And we are live. And hopefully all the platforms will be working. I just spoke to Marc. He should be home shortly. And we're going to get a treat tonight. Many of you already know of Sky Tour Livestream. Well, tonight we're going to have a treat right here on my channel. And I am so looking forward to it. And let me get this all sorted, and then we're going to get TikTok started so I can explain to everyone at one time and not repeat myself. It's just a lot easier. Just had a really interesting show with John and Chris DiPerno. John Burroughs and Chris DiPerno. I know Genghis was there. I don't know if Genghis is here yet, but it was a really interesting show. I'm trying to figure it out. And I know Chris is trying to figure it out. Where is this going? Where is John going with this? I kind of have an idea. I think I'm on the right track, but with this, I'm never so sure. Because John is just not giving in. He's just not giving in. I'm trying to trick him into slipping. So is Chris. It's not working. I mean, he's a veteran. He's trained. He was a military policeman, security sergeant. Oh, Callie Nick is in the house. All right, let me get TikTok started. You know what? Well, let me just get TikTok started. Oh, the game is tied. Come on. Could pick up a game. I don't even want to look. Did your college team win today, Nick? All right, hold on. This is going to be interesting to see how this works with the share screen. I'm going to have to keep it short. Yeah, 14-7. And hello to those on TikTok. I just got to get this PC running a little bit more smoothly because this is going to be a challenge tonight. I'm going to have to close out as many windows as possible because I'm going to have to share Marc's screen. Let's get rid of some of these browsers. That should help a little bit. So tonight, he's going to be home in a little while. This is going to be a treat for you on TikTok. Marc Dantonio, who's an astronomer and has telescopes, 2 of them. Actually, a third is in development right now in his home state of Connecticut. He has 2 telescopes located in Arizona. One is a wide view, and of course the other one is more of a narrow view. They're both stunning. Stunning. I am going to sit back like all of you and just watch him do his presentation. He's going to give us a glimpse into nebulae or nebula. This is going to be awesome. And I am, like I said, I'm going to sit back like all of you and let him do his thing and do his presentation for all of you. So I'm going to be kind of quiet and just let him address all of you. Now, if you've never seen any of his stuff, if you go to TubeView or the Rumbler, just look up Sky Tour Livestream. His website, skytourlive.com or skytourlive.org, is pretty much a portal into everything that he does. It has links to his YouTube. Oh, I just said it. His channel. A gallery area with thousands of images. Of course, he has merchandise there, a place where you can donate to help the cause of what he's doing. He'll be, like I said, he'll be joining us soon, I would say within the next 15, 20 minutes. And then live right here, we're going to have to try to figure out how to make this work by sharing his screen when he connects with me on Teams. This is going to be something of a challenge to try to get this all to work. Yeah, TubeU. Oh, the book face. That was the Moonstream. That was P&K Space Imaging. They've been so busy, the two of them, Paul and Keith, that they haven't been doing it, but that was what it was, Tron. P&K Space Imaging. But Marc did a lot of moon streams too. Sky Tour live stream. This is going to be this is an educational experience. It's fun, and he has a sense of humor. He makes it fun. So for those who stick around on any of the platforms that we're streaming, and if you've never seen Marc's presentation of what he does, you're going to get a taste of what it's like. He is brilliant. And when you see these images, you're going to be like, oh my gosh. You would think they were coming from space, from the Hubble, or even James Webb. That's the clarity of these images. And he can control the retractable roof from his house in Connecticut to the telescopes in Arizona. You're going to see a camera that he has. He has multiple cameras. You're going to see a camera that's just focused on looking at the telescopes. And when they move, it's wicked. This is awesome. So, like I said, for those on TikTok, you might want to stick around and check this out. I'm serious. If you love astronomy, you need to be here tonight. It's one thing when I do the sky watches with the camera looking for the meteors, which there's a couple coming up. You got a couple in October, actually a couple in November that are pretty significant. And then the Geminids in December, mid-December. He does have people, Marianne Robb, Tara Diulis. He does have people in great friends in Arizona that can monitor them and take care of them if any issues come up. Sometimes he literally has to fly out there if it's something more significant that he has to be there in person. And then there are the people at one location that actually do maintenance on the issues of the shelter that they're in, you know, the roof. Like he had an issue with the retractable roof. I didn't talk to him about that yet, so I don't know if they fixed it or not. I'm pretty sure they did. But we're going to see, he's got two of them at the different locations, so we're going to see something tonight. Now, I don't know what the weather is like there, but he said we're good to go. So I better open up Teams, so when he does communicate with me, we're ready to bring him on. So let me do that. Let me get that ready. Now, I've never attempted to do what we're going to try tonight. He's going to have to share his screen on Teams, and then I'm going to try to make it full screen and then share it with all of you using my screen capture on his screen. So this is TikTok. You should be able to see it pretty much in real time. The other platforms will have a lag. What's up, Rock? Long time no see. What's up, Mike? On there. Oh, you were watching the Green Veil with John and Chris? So I'm going to keep an eye out for Marc. He did stream last night, so if you go to his channel on TubeU, you will see what he did last night as a reference. Because he was live last night. But I'll be watching out for him right now. We should, matter of fact, let me put the headphones on. We should hear a notification sound. I'm going to put the audio up. So when he does send a message, we should hear it. Then I know that he's trying to communicate with me. So for those on TikTok, tonight is astronomy night. We just have to wait till he gets home and sets up. As soon as he communicates with me, we'll get him on, and we'll have a presentation done here live for all of you. A special treat. And for those on TikTok, if you want to follow him on TikTok, just look up Sky Tour Livestream. Follow him. Support him. Support what he does. We need more of this out there for the public. Think of it as a free course in astronomy, because you're going to learn. It's an educational experience. You will definitely learn about astronomy. If I brought Amanda on right now, she knew nothing about astronomy, and doing the show with him, she learned so much. It was amazing, the growth of knowledge. She really got to know her stuff. And that's just from spending time with him, doing the shows and learning. So I would suggest, if you're watching on any of the platforms, if you've never experienced Sky Tour Livestream before, this is your opportunity. And like I said, go to his website, check it out, skytourlive.org or skytourlive.com. They're pretty much the same place. Go to his TubeView channel, Sky Tour Livestream. And my friend Mike says in one of the platforms, yeah, and his images he produces are one of a kind. They really are. Zoom wrecks my system. For some reason, it messes. Zoom tries to reset my audio. Really, that's what it does. It messes up my audio system. So I will never use Zoom. Ever. Because it throws a wrench in my system. For some reason, it tries to reconfigure my audio. Yeah, for real. I won't touch Zoom. Because then I gotta go and redo all my sound settings. And that's not fun. Because I have a lot. You have no idea how much I have. It's crazy. I mean, I have multiple sound cards and audio sources. Like every monitor, I have 4 monitors. Each one is an audio source. Now, I have them disabled. The camera is an audio source. The webcam, that's disabled. I had Mevo cameras connected to this. I had the Sony cam that I use for sky watching. That's a source. There's so many sources here. So I have to be really careful that it doesn't throw a wrench into that. Whether it's microphone or speaker. It's bad. Bad. So I don't mess with Zoom. But hopefully this will work. And he said he'll be joining us by hopefully 10 p.m. Eastern. So soon. We should get some notification, which I should grab my phone just in case he tries to text me. So just be patient. I'm going to sit back, let him do his thing. We will talk about 3i Atlas, because that seems to be the hot commodity out there that people are talking about. From a scientific perspective, as a comet, and the makeup of the comet, and why it appears the way it does, its characteristics, that people are saying, well, it doesn't have a tail. Well, that's because it probably doesn't have as much water, ice on it as other comets. And it's fainter, but it's there, because the James Webb confirmed that. So what is the actual makeup of the comet itself? That's the key. So we'll get into that. It does have unusual characteristics, but it can be explained scientifically. And Marc will break that down from a science perspective, from an astronomer. The man is brilliant. I would say really listen to what he tells you, because it's going to, there's going to be a lot of words, phrases from a scientific perspective. But he breaks it down as simple as he can make it. But there's certain things that just can't be broken down because it's scientific. So just sit back, enjoy. Now remember, it takes time to stack. That's what they call it. Taking images and laying them on top of each other. And that's how you see those beautiful images. It could take a 20 stack of images or 25, depending duration. and how clear it is. And hello to PG. And I'm not going to say the name, but what's up, man? I'm not going to say the first, but we are on TikTok. So just like I said, sit back, enjoy when he comes on. I'm going to sit back and enjoy and do little talking and let him do all the talking. Like if he was doing his own channel stream like he did last night, his own presentation, and he'll give you a tour. It's almost like Carl Sagan type, like, remember, I don't know, many of you may not remember. You might remember the reboot of Cosmos with Neil deGrasse. Was it Neil deGrasse that did the reboot? But Carl Sagan did it originally. Marc has a great sense of humor too. He makes it fun. It's a learning, definitely an educational experience, but it's fun learning. And the beauty of the images are just like, these are images that I would love to have, because I don't have much room left in my house to put anything up on the walls. I would love to have a gallery of his images on the wall. That's how beautiful they are. Now, I wish I could show you his gallery right now, but there are certain restrictions and protocols by doing that I don't want to take a chance on a stream like this tonight to get restricted. So we'll just have to be patient and wait for Marc to do it in real time. And maybe Marc will provide some photos as he's setting up. There's his message. Almost home, about 5 minutes maybe. All right, so he's about 5 minutes from getting to his home. So he'll be with us in about 10 minutes. That was the message. Remember I said, let me put it on so we could hear the notification? Well, that was him. So a few more minutes, and then we should be good to go to start. Hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend. It is a holiday weekend for us here in the States. So wherever you are, hope you're having a great weekend. And just finished up a cool show with John Burroughs and Chris DiPerno, a live show on the network. That was a lot of fun. And I see my friends, and I want to thank them publicly. I did privately to both Jade, Woody, and Petita for what they did when they were here for Pine Bush. I went to pick up Nick Pope. If you don't know who he is, he's involved in the ufology field. And when I got home, I found a brand new wheelbarrow sitting in front of my house. Now, just to give you a little context, earlier, or the day before, they had brought me wood from Pennsylvania, Woody and Petita. And I tried to fix my old wheelbarrow. It didn't make it. The handle went poop. It just snapped off. And I'm like, oh my gosh, wait till the firewood comes. I'm going to struggle. So they bought me a brand new, beautiful wheelbarrow. So I just want to say thank you to them, because the firewood came today. It's all ready to go. Winter is coming. So getting ready for winter now with all the firewood. I'm ready. I'm completely stocked. I'm ready to go. Bring it. Not necessarily bring it, because I don't want that cold weather, so not so fast. Slow down. Let's get to Halloween. Even Thanksgiving, before it even gets like that. But it's good to be prepared. And I want to thank Rich from the wood shop here in the Hudson Valley, a good friend of mine, for always being there for me to help me with whether I need trees cut down on the property, or the firewood deliveries. He's awesome. If you live in the Hudson Valley area, he's definitely the most responsible and reasonable priced person out there. I'll give you an example. I don't want to say necessarily what he charged me, but it's a lot less than what others would charge me for the firewood for a cord. Let's just say that. He's definitely the best all around. So if you're in the Hudson Valley, New York, look up the wood shop. I've known him for, oh my gosh, many years. And he's always been reliable for me. And what's up, Genghis? I see you've popped in. And all of those on TikTok. So remember, on TikTok, I see Woody's in there now. I see he's in there now. I don't know. Let's see who else is in there. Kira. I don't know if KJ's hanging around. I haven't seen him pop in yet. He can't be because he's playing Fortnite. He gave up Fortnite, which I find so, like, that's breaking news. Oh, he's just listening. He's there. I see that. Oh my gosh. So hopefully Marc will be joining us really soon. Okay, what did the Yankees just do? A home run? No. What the heck is going on? There was a highlight. It's tied. Oh, that was the home run he hit earlier. Oh man, I hope they win this game because they'd be 2 games behind Toronto and a game and a half ahead of the Red Sox because they both lost today. But they're tied in the 9th inning right now, so we'll see what happens. What's up, Bob? Actually, I have the game over there. Mike doesn't want to hear anything about this. And what's up to those on TikTok? So just sit tight. Marc will be joining us soon. This is going to be a challenge. Actually, Petita, who's in chat on one of the platforms, she was with me when we went to get Nick Pope, and that was an adventure. Oh my gosh. Wow. That was a wow moment. I can't get into the details because we're on TikTok, but it got a little scary at times. Let's just say that. Especially when I'm in a lane and it went from 3 to 2 and this big tractor trailer is trying to push my way because he's running out of his lane and didn't slow down. He just wanted to get ahead of me. And now the lane was running out. So I have to make a move to the left lane to get out of his way. But there's cars coming in that lane. But I had to make a move. Time was running out. It was... Poor Nick. He's in the front seat with me like... Oh my God. Petita's looking out the window like, oh my gosh. She knows what I'm talking about. Oh man. You know what was really nice though? Nick Pope sent me, well, he didn't send me. It'll be waiting for me. 2 VIP tickets for the Ancient Aliens tour live. And I'm going to see it in November with my friend from high school. He's going to go with me. That was really nice of him. To send me, it'll be waiting for me. I just give them my name. 2 VIP tickets for that event. So that was really nice. And of course, I know Nick. So we'll get to take some pictures with Nick and possibly Mr. Hare, Giorgio, and some of the other people that are going to be part of that tour. So that's pretty cool. Oh man, Mike, it was. Oh, Hat the Cat, what's going on? Let's see. Yes, I have 2 of the TubeU channels going. Actually, I've seen some people popping in I haven't seen in years on the old channel. I'm like, whoa. Like Tron. Tron is back. He was back earlier somewhere. Tim. Well, it was Timmy back then. Or Tim. Some old faces popping up. It's like, whoa. It's pretty cool. Oh, she's saying yes? Mopar Man is my dear friend Woody on TikTok. He was here he's been here many times. They'll be back hanging out for Thanksgiving and most likely New Year's Eve. So, yeah. It's just unfortunate, and he should be joining us any second. Marc, he's probably setting up right now as we speak. And Petita says yes. I don't know if my camera will be able to see the ring. I don't know if we'll be able to see the wood stack in the front of the house. Because it's dark. No. Oh, kinda. While we wait for Mark. The wood is all stacked right here. All the way. Completely. 2 rows. So my wood is full. Right there. Which is a good thing to be getting out of the way right now. You don't know. And to stack that by myself. I was telling everybody last night when I was streaming. Oh, okay. That I was going to get that wood delivery this morning. That's why I kind of ended the stream at a decent morning hour last night. And KJ's like, you weren't kidding. That's a lot of wood. I saw his message on TikTok. I didn't want to say the word, but like, yeah, really, like no shite. And then I had to stack it by myself. That's what I was complaining about last night, but I did it. Oh, you got a cord too, Bob, today? What's up, Fantasy? Oh, you're going to climb that mountain tonight? Today? This afternoon? Evening? Whatever time it is for you? Evening? Have fun with that. I'm waiting for Mark. Mark's going to join us any minute. So, that was fun this morning. Getting that done. But it's done. At least I got my supply. Thank gosh. I got a 2 a.m. start. Oh, good. I'm just reading the comments in there. Yeah, be safe. And what's up to Kathy over there on one of the chats? So, TikTokers, if you, like I said, just hang in there. Astronomy night. And they all know, a lot of them already know what Mark does. Many of the people that are in the other chats already know. Because they're very familiar with what Mark does during his Sky Tour live stream. There may be some new folks that have not, especially on TikTok. That's why I'm saying TikTokers, stick around. There's a lot more of you than there are over there. So this is, I really want the TikTok audience to see this and show support to him. Follow him on his TikTok handle, Sky Tour Livestream. Follow him, Marc Dantonio. And check out his website, skytourlive.org or SkyTourLive. There he is. He's calling. Let's see if this works. Okay, I think we have Mark on, even though my phone is still ringing. Are you there? Uh-oh.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right.
So everyone, as I just finished mentioning, Marc Dantonio, SkyTourLivestream.org, actually SkyTourLive.org, SkyTourLive.com. On TikTok, just follow SkyTour Livestream. And his website is a portal for his TubeU channel. I know, Mark, it's tough to get used to saying it that way. Great images in his gallery. There's merch, there's support. There's so many things you could do on the website, so make sure to do that. So, Mark, thank you for coming on. And
yeah,
once you get the opportunity, try to see if you can bring up your screen on Teams, or
yeah, that's a good idea.
Or share your screen using Teams, and then I can share that screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna make an output projector over in create output projector, and I'm just talking through it. Okay, all right, I made an output projector, and what I'm going to do is bring up the screen that I just created in the output projector. Okay. I'm going to share that screen, and that will be in ER View if this works.
It's Sky Tour Livestream. One word on TikTok.
Exactly.
So TikTokers, Sky Tour Livestream, all one word, follow.
Yeah, we're having a ball out here with this. I'm telling you.
Oh, did they repair the retractable?
Not yet. That's tomorrow.
Okay. So
We got
tonight
a
is the
window here.
wide view.
Yes.
Oh,
Here is my screen. I'm sharing. You should be able to see it.
yep. Is that the largest you can make it? It's not an issue if
Uh,
it is.
no, that is the largest I can make it.
All right, hold on, because I see your icons.
Oh, those are on the server.
Oh, okay, good.
That's
Okay.
yeah.
Let me see if I can share your screen. Hold on.
All right. Well, before you do that, I'm
Yeah.
just going to start setting up. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
do your
quite
thing. I
dark out
gotta
there.
see if I can get this to work.
Yeah. Okay. You can. I know you can, because you're Bill.
Yeah. Don't be so
All right.
sure.
I know.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure at all. I was just trying to,
No sharing.
give you
Oh,
some
I just shared
confidence.
the wrong thing. I shared mine. Oh
So
my
it went
gosh.
into like an infinite progression.
I think I just messed up. See? You spoke too soon.
All you gotta do is just
Reshare your screen. I lost it.
you did?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
That
Okay.
was I had something to do with it.
Apparently so. All right. Let's go over to the share screen section again.
Yeah, because I did it and it probably stopped yours.
It did. So now I gotta go back to where I shared it from, and so I'm heading there now.
All right. I actually see your screen on my ends, and so everybody can see it. TikTok, everybody could see your screen.
Okay. Well, I'm
Now let's
gonna.
just see when you initially get it started.
All right. There you go. There's your projector output. That's the stuff you need.
Beautiful.
And
I'm
it
gonna
should be
see
a
if
good
I could stretch it.
size.
Hold on. I'm gonna try to readjust it on my end so I could stretch the screen so
Yeah.
we don't see all that. Okay.
Well, that's all getting covered up. That's actually the whole screen.
No, 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 no,
That's
no. I'm trying to get rid of all the other noise that's not part of your screen on my screen off, if that makes any sense. Like my browser window and all that stuff.
your what window?
Like the browser. It's like added information that they don't need to see. Let's put it that way.
Oh, okay. Well, the output projector is just
You're
a shared
good, dude.
window.
It looks great on my screen right now.
Okay. Good.
So
Okay.
I'm going to be quiet while you're, because I want you to actually do a presentation for those that are new on TikTok, seeing this for the first time. So this is like a stream that you would be doing normally. And of course, I'll, interject with you. I'll talk with you, have a conversation about what you're showing.
Well, yeah, because you're effectively running the stream, and I'm guesting on your channel as
Correct.
well as my own.
Yes. Are you streaming to yours?
That's cool.
Are you going to stream to yours too?
No reason I can't, but it's
You can if you
still-
want.
It's still light out there, and here's the all sky camera. I gotta redo this, just get this going again.
Do that. And
Because it just
Mark,
had an issue.
I'm going to take my camera off so we don't have, because eventually you're going to put your camera on there, right? The webcam? Yes?
Well, yeah, you're gonna see the projector output is what you're gonna see.
Okay. Question. Because there's been so much,
Answer.
I don't want to say woo-woo-ish.
Yeah.
There's a lot out there about 3i Atlas.
Yes.
From a scientific perspective, can you give us your take from an astronomer's point of view? What exactly is 3i Atlas? Despite what we're hearing, And again,
Yeah.
Avi never said that it was definitely. He said, "What if it was possibly, an artificial object?"
Yeah, and the reason he said that is actually nuanced. Okay, number one, the issue that Avi was referring to was a trajectory. The trajectory of this thing coming through the solar system. There's two things. First, it's coming in nearly on the plane of our solar system. That's kind of odd, actually. All right, and it's also coming in such a way that it's going to hit Jupiter, not hit, but pass Jupiter, it's going to pass Mars, and it's going to pass Venus on its way out. So what that means is that we are going to be getting something coming through that's going to pass all of our inner planets, save the Earth and Mercury, right? Which is kind of what you'd expect to happen when you look at creating a probe to go to another planet, another solar system, star system. You would probably do that. So the chances of that happening are something like 0.05%. That they would hit those particular planets on the way in. They'll pass them, I should say. And it's even more rare that it's coming in at a in a way that means that it's going to be coming in at the plane of our solar system. That tells us a lot about it. Now, the other thing is, how do we know, all right, that this is an interstellar object? That's kind of a big one, right? Because we have, in our solar system, we have our planets, we have near-Earth objects, which are asteroids that are kind of between, Mercury and Mars. We also have a few others that are, out there. We also have, outside of that, we have beyond the outer planets of Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, which is a planet. Thank you very much. We also have, for instance, the things. Sorry, I'm just looking at something here. I'm trying to get it fixed. We also have a belt outside of Pluto's orbit, a belt of stars. A belt of icy objects out there.
Is that the Kuiper belt? Is that?
Yes, it is. That's correct, and that's Kuiper, Kuiper. That's how it's pronounced. And then you have beyond that, you have an Oort belt, Oort, and that's a belt of icy objects as well. And then we have, in a spherical cloud around our solar system, we have an Oort cloud. And they're very, very far away, from us, many tens of AUs away, astronomical units, where an astronomical unit is 93 million miles, right? The distance of the Earth to the Sun. And in that Oort cloud, if, say, a passing star a few million years ago perturbed an object and it started to slow down just enough so it would fall into the inner solar system, it would take it a long time to get here. However, as it was making its way here, it would pick up speed as it approached the sun, and the gravity of the sun would, of course, pull it in, into the inner solar system. Well, the problem, if you call it that, the issue with our the speed of an object coming from that very, very far out Oort cloud is that it can only reach a certain speed. It can only go so fast, and then beyond that, it won't be going. It can't go and exceed a certain speed as it approaches us from the Oort cloud. So, if we see an object coming in here at a speed much higher than we would expect from an Oort cloud object, we know that it's come from outside the solar system.
Gotcha.
And we see that. Now, the first one was 1I Oumuamua. 1I being interstellar, meaning interstellar. And 1I Oumuamua came through, and we didn't catch that until it had already passed through and gone around the sun, and we caught it on the way out. Now, Oumuamua was doing some strange things as it came through. And what were those strange things? Well, it seemed to be maneuvering in a really weird way that was different from motion you would expect of an object that just is being gravitationally whipped around our sun, all right? And so Oumuamua was the first oddball we ever saw. Again, the speed of which was such that we knew that Oumuamua was definitely moving very fast and much faster than a Oort cloud object would move if it was perturbed and heading our way. And then we had another interstellar object come through, which was definitively a comet. It was very much so a comet. It was 2I, again, I being interstellar, and that was Borisov, Borisov. And 2I Borisov came through, also on hyperbolic orbit, which means it would come into the solar system and run right back out of the solar system and not be caught by the sun. And now we have 3I, and Atlas is not the name of the object, it's actually the name of the system that discovered it. 3I slash all caps ATLAS. Well, anyway, 3I Atlas is a cometary object so far. It's actually giving off lots of carbon dioxide, which is kind of different. It seems to have an excess of carbon dioxide, but that's because of the potential nature of where it formed. And so it's pretty plausible to expect that 3I Atlas would actually be something that is a definitive object that is interstellar as well because of its speed.
Now, with the lack of a tail that everybody's trying to say, well, it doesn't have a tail, it could just be the lack of ice, water on this comet?
What about it?
Because people are saying out there, oh, but it doesn't have the characteristics of an ordinary comet that has a discernible tail behind it. Could that just be because of the ice crystals, the water vapor coming off it? There's less presence of that on this comet?
It's actually probably more because it's really quite far away still.
Okay.
And we haven't yet been able to categorize or characterize what kind of volatiles or objects that can be given off by this object might be at. We see carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, water vapor.
Right.
All the expected things. Right? We see the expected things. So we have a little bit of a ways to go here.
So what are the unusual characteristics? I know I think they said it's going at 130,000 miles. I don't know if it was per.
137,000 miles. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Hour.
That's incredible. That's fast. Is that the fastest unknown object that we've ever detected moving?
Period? Fastest?
Yeah. As far as a comet or an asteroid. No?
No, I don't think so.
Really?
No, I think I'd have to look and see. There might. I got to look and see how fast Oumuamua was going because it might have been going faster.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have to check. I'm
so
not sure.
What we're looking at right now is your all sky, correct?
Yes, you're seeing the all sky camera here. You can see my cursor running around on the screen. You'll notice that out here in the desert, it's actually quite nice. There's no clouds whatsoever in the sky here from the Sonoran desert. Now, you can see the sky is clear in every direction, right? You see that? You can see my cursor, right? Okay. Well, we can put up constellations so you can see what constellations are hiding behind the light. Okay, and when the sun goes down, we're going to see Vega, we're going to see Deneb, and we're going to see Altair. Okay, and this is the summer triangle. And they're going to be very bright, and the Milky Way is going to be coming down just like this, right through here.
Wow.
It's going to be gorgeous. All right. Now, I'm not actually streaming yet.
It's still too much. There's too much light right now.
It's too light. Yeah. I don't start till 11, but we can talk, and I can show things. I can show, for instance, here is we capture. What?
I was gonna say yes. Social images.
Yeah, we show all these. This is last night's. These are the images. Actually, the all sky cameras time lapse from morning. That's the sunrise.
Wow.
Here comes the sun until sunset, and I'll show you that right here. Now I was streaming during this time, so you'll see it. Okay. So here goes, the sun is setting now, and as it changes modes, it gets a little bright. There comes the Milky Way. Okay, you saw a satellite, a few satellites going over. Those are all satellites. Here's the summer Milky Way right here.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, really pretty. That was a plane that came swooping in. Okay. There's a light that's on apparently down here. That's gone now. It was a light on at the property. But here is, again, here's Vega, here's Deneb, and here's Altair. This is the summer triangle we're talking about. Right? So when we talk about, our summer triangle, one of the things that is very important is we we tend to say, well, where's our summer triangle? Okay, it starts here with Deneb, okay, and it goes down here to Vega right there, all right, and I'm trying to see if I can draw this for
What
us.
is your favorite part? Is it the winter sky? Because I love the winter sky.
Oh yeah, the winter sky is great. But the summer sky has this beautiful Milky Way. This is a color camera, by the way, so you can see the subtle reds in the Milky Way as well, which is really cool.
I see it.
Absolutely, yeah, they're really, really pretty. Yep, and let's see. Let me try. I got that. Let's try this. Let's try. I'm just playing with something, trying to show you something.
Rockstar says, and if anybody has questions, put them on TikTok or any of the other ones. He says he asked the same thing pretty much. Does it have a tail? From what I've seen, the tail reverses when approaching the sun.
Well, okay, that's it's true when it's leaving the area of the sun. The comet has two tails. It has a dust tail, which always trails behind it and kind of follows the orbital trajectory. It's the dust left off behind, all right? But then, as the comet goes around, it also has an ion tail, which is always facing away from the sun. No matter where it is, it's always facing away from the sun. So as it swings around the sun, the ion tail is always pointing away from the sun. The dust tail, also blown by the solar wind, is pushed a little bit away from the sun as well. So the comet can look like it has a very distinct tail as it's approaching the sun with an ion tail, which is blue, by the way. It's a blue gas tail of ions. And it's actually also able to show this dust tail, which is massive, millions of miles long. And we've often captured these dust tails and so forth with our telescope, and with every photo of the comet we take, we've seen those. You know, so that's a lot of fun. Now, the other thing we do, I'll show you here, we also create star trails. And so if we go down to the end, let's see if we got some. Well, when the moon's out, it's hard to see star trails, but I'll show them to you. Here's a star trail image.
Wow.
Right? Now what's nice about this, okay, is that a star trail image shows us things like airplanes and meteors very obviously, because they don't follow the same path as the stars. They kind of move outside of it. Here's a plane, okay, right here, all right, and aircraft, right, and then what's down here, let's just scroll down a little. Let's just do this. Let me see if I can grab this. Scroll down. Apparently it doesn't let me scroll down. Let me see. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay, so we see a couple objects here that are odd. Okay, we see an object here, see an object here, an object here. Okay. And it's not following the star trail direction, so it's definitely not a star trail. Okay, it's something else. And we have another one here and here. That's an aircraft.
What about satellites?
Oh yeah, satellites show up as lines in here, and so we should see some satellites as well. If this would pick them up, if the ISS went over, it'd be very bright. We'd actually see a solid line. This is an aircraft, but we'd see a line like this going across the entire view. If we were doing, if we saw the satellites, you know. So it's really quite beautiful.
Did you take any stacked images last night during the stream?
I did indeed. I took lots of them.
Give TikTok, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that are on the other platforms that are very familiar with what you do, but for the TikTok audience, and for those on TikTok, follow him on TikTok, Sky Tour Livestream, all one word. Go to his website, skytourlive.org or skytourlive.com.
Yeah, that's great.
It's a portal. It'll take you to his channel on TubeView, and
Rumble.
Yeah, that. The galleries, and there's thousands of images there, beautiful images
Kick.
there. Yep. Also, there's a merch area. Also, this stuff costs money. If you can donate, even if it's just $1, anything that you could contribute to help continue what he does,
Yeah, that'd be great.
that would be
We love
awesome.
doing this.
Yeah. So, I mean, this
I
is
don't-
public service all the way.
Yeah, so people understand. I don't take a dime for anything I do. I don't take money for this. I don't want to. I don't want to let money get in the way of delivering good quality stuff, and that's the problem that some streams have. They will push donating to us, donate money, because they want to make a living off it.
Yep.
Well, I have a company where I'm making models for the Navy. I don't need to use this as fundamentally for my money. So that's why we have some of the best equipment that we can have in our observatories,
Oh, man. Yep.
Yeah. Now, this is one of the observatories. We also have another one in Benson. And the Benson Observatory is literally quite an amazing observatory in its own right, And we're very happy to be part of an observing, I guess you'd call it a observing site coalition up in Benson, and we're on a mountain with 10 other professional astronomers, and I've actually interacted with them a number of times from being there, so that's kind of cool, and I think that people would really enjoy seeing our images from Benson, which is a narrow field scope. It shows you a very small field with a lot of resolution, so you see much more detail in what we're showing. Benson right now is offline only because our roof opening system is not functional. It's going to be fixed tomorrow, and that's very important. If it's not fixed tomorrow, that's a big problem, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, but it will be. And then, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so are there any, like I said, for the TikTok viewers? Because obviously he cannot go live right now with the telescopes because as you can see this, it's still light there. And that might take another hour or so before it gets completely to the point where
it wouldn't be a good idea.
Yeah. But there's some images that you could share on the screen so they can get an idea of what to expect on tonight's or even future streams that you do. Give them an example of what they can expect to see.
Yeah, I will. I'll do that. Let me first do this. Okay, I want to show people the other scope here.
Okay.
This is the Benson view, all right? And the Benson view is really pretty.
Is that actually live right now?
Yeah, it's all live.
Oh, wow.
I'm always doing live stuff. I think that live stuff is the only way to go.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just come back here for a minute. Okay, this is the current all sky on site that belongs to one of the other astronomers, and I tapped into it.
Cool.
Yeah, and so you can see there's some clouds out, but it looks nice. So the monsoon is abating, and it's going to be really pretty. We're going to be able to see a lot moving forward here. So I just want to fix our system here so I can actually do this, and then I'm going to probably have to come down like that, maybe. Yeah. All right. So I'm just trying to, fit everything in our screen here. So that's offline there. So I'm going to just pull this over a little bit. There we go.
So for those watching, you can see he actually has cameras inside where you can see both telescopes at each location.
Oh, I do. It's really nice.
It is.
Yeah. In fact, I'll show you this guy here. This one I can move around. This is the other one looking outside the observatory. Mm-hmm. But because the roof had a problem, the roof collided with the camera, and that's why the camera's on an angle.
Wow.
This is really up and down. At this angle right here is up and down. And normally the camera can spin all the way around. All I can do now is look up and down. And that'll be fixed tomorrow, like I said. This is great stuff, though. Now, let me see. So if I pull this out, and by the way, we're using Starlink for everything out there. Starlink is in place there. We installed Starlink. We installed Starlink out at the Sonoran site as well. So we have very fast computing speed, very fast throughput to the internet.
Thank God
It's
for
really
that.
nice. It's really nice. Yeah. Now, the problem that we're having with the observatory out there is, in Benson, is this right here. This is the opener system. You'll notice the chain is kind of slack.
Yep.
That's because it's not on the pulley up here. So they're going to put it back on the pulley, and I've told them to engineer a little block to help the chain stay level with the sprocket it has to engage in, like a bicycle.
Yes.
But it comes out of that. It comes out of the sprocket because the chain isn't level. We're always on the verge of coming off. We've been running fine for like 3 months or 4 months already without that, but now that this is causing a problem.
What about, is there a
on-
possibility
on,
that you can run some type of piping to keep it leveled? The chain?
Yeah, I asked them to make effectively a ramp.
Okay, yeah, that would work.
And,
Yes.
And the ramp is going to take the chain and ramp it up and allow us to do that. So, okay, let me just move the camera. So this is a pan and tilt camera, right? So you can see over here, you see this camera here. That is this view here. This light is this camera that we're looking in right now. And so we have a nice building here, and I'll just show you the bottom. There is the door to come in. The door opens outward. When we first came here, the door opened inward, which made no sense. So I actually had a new door put on.
How
Right.
tall is that on the mount?
That's that mount alone is 63 inches tall. Just the pier.
And what's the weight and size of the telescope?
Telescope's an 11-inch Celestron, and the mount and the telescope together weigh approximately 100 and something pounds. That's why it's approximate.
Wow.
Here's my controlling computer with the circuit I wrote to control some things. Okay, the Starlink is that's the power supply for Starlink right there, but the Starlink router is down here on the table. You can't really see it. So it's very nice in there. It's nice setup. We have all of our cables that are on the ground covered up. So that's the Benson scope, and the back of the scope ends right here. Okay, you can see that's the back of the camera. This is the filter wheel. Okay, and so we can run filters. We have a guiding camera here. All right, which is very nice. And then we have a special mount. The mount we're using is a equatorial mount, and I can't run it from here because obviously the telescope needs to be able to have the roof off before it can power up. That's one of my prerequisites. I can't power up until the roof goes off. It's kind of a safety feature.
James, our friend James Dugan, and
James Dugan from Australia.
He says you could use a timing chain guide for a car motor, Mark. It's made to run on a chain.
Yeah, I appreciate that, James. We're using a garage door opener, and it's been modified. I used one actually for this telescope here, right? This telescope is on a garage door opener as well. The garage door opener is not visible in here, but this is where it is. That's it right there. Okay, and it opens up our system very nicely, and it's absolutely been completely reliable. I've never had a problem with it at all. So I am very, very pleased with how that works.
Now, I know, because you showed me the photo.
Yeah.
You did get an image of Atlas, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Just can you show it? Because
No, I don't have it available.
Oh, I see.
No, dude, I've got a lot running on my screens. I don't want to mess anything up right now because we can see everything you're doing perfectly.
Okay. I get it.
What happened
Right,
is KJ,
no problem.
He's got a chain that's hanging that connects to the pulley system that is part of the retractable roof system, and he's going
Yeah,
to
that's on this observatory here.
he's going to develop something to keep it level so it doesn't get loose like that and pop off, because that's the
Right.
issue right now.
Yeah, and they're going to fix that tomorrow.
Right.
So we're good.
Yeah, he's good. He's got people there to take care of all the maintenance.
Yeah, there's a maintenance person that's contracted to the site because they're actually what they're doing is they're actually doing this with a company that actually takes care of telescopes specifically.
Mhm.
And so he's going to be taking care of ours specifically. So let me come in here now. Let me refresh our all sky that we're using. See, we got some clouds coming in at Benson.
I see that.
I would never open with clouds like this coming in, because if the roof got stuck and it turned out there was rain,
Oh my gosh,
yeah, then we'd have a problem.
Yeah, not good.
And the roof weighs my roof on the on this telescope here. Okay, this roof weighs only about 100 pounds. It's not that heavy, maybe 125.
Mhm.
So if you had to use your hands to push it on and off, you could. But this roof over here on this other one, okay, here you can see the edge of the roof. It's actually quite a hefty roof. And if I bring this out a little more, you can kind of see it's got wood on the side here. It's got a metal gutter to shunt water off to the side. And it's pretty heavy, pretty tall, right? And so it weighs probably about 250 pounds.
Wow.
So it weighs a little more than it is feasible for a person to just push back on if you could disconnect it all.
Mhm.
So we don't. And we're just going to wait for it to be fixed tomorrow and then be done with it.
Okay.
Yeah. There's the moon right there.
I
You can
see
the
it.
moon.
I see it.
Yeah. Yep. And actually, so that's Benson. Now, as far as this guy, well, you can see that we have, a little bit of brightness left here. You can see these constellations. And what, like I said, a very interesting thing about these constellations is that when we look at these constellations, this is what I was telling you about. Let me see if I can draw this for you. Okay. We have Deneb here. Okay, you don't see it yet. All right, but Deneb is right here.
Mhm.
And that's Vega. I gotta figure out why
It's labeled. I mean, we can see it on the screen.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, it is labeled. We can see it. Yep. Okay. So Deneb is actually pretty cool, and then you have Vega, like I said, and then we have Altair here. So these three stars make the summer triangle, and as soon as it gets dark enough, you'll see them.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's neat.
It is. All right, so can you give us, like I said, a sneak peek of some of the image people can expect to see when they go to your website, skytourlive.org, in the gallery section, and
Yeah.
maybe a little recap of
Well,
some
not,
of the...
not even the gallery. They can go right to our server and see 4 years worth of objects that we took.
Exactly.
And I'll do that. I have to be able to. We have to be able to show that screen. So I've got to
Better you than
Yeah.
I.
share that browser. Well, I'm gonna have to. I don't know how.
Oh, can you share some of the image you took last night?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, okay.
And to do it, I have to go to our portal site, but I want you to be able to share this portal screen. And
Anything
the
you
only way-
share, anything you share on the screen, we'll be able to see.
All right. Well, then I'm going to. I have to. Let me unshare that previous thing.
Ooh, Yankees, 7 in a row. Just saying.
We don't care about Yankees right now. Favorite team. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Let me get my. How do I do this? I'm gonna unshare
Unless you
here.
want to send me some images on Teams or any other
No,
way.
no, no. I can do this
Okay.
live. I just have to
Okay.
figure out how in Teams to now unshare. I don't know how to unshare. I gotta unshare this.
And for those watching on TikTok, remember you can follow him on TikTok, Sky Tour Livestream. All one word. Follow him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kill the projector output. Maybe that'll do it.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so no more projector output. Now I go back into here and say share. Now I'm going to share a window. I got a bunch of windows. I'm going to share my browser. Here it is. And okay, there you go. All right, so this is our browser. Okay, our portal. And our portal, you can see this is skytourlivestream.org. You can go to Skytour Livestream, and this will take you to our YouTube channel, all right, which
All
is
right.
right here.
Before you continue, TikTok platform. This is the owner of the site that's showing this content. This is going to the TikTok platform itself.
Okay.
Oh, trust me.
I'm not arguing.
No, you believe me, I've had it happen to me. I show my own videos of bike riding and it tells me I'm using content that's not mine. I'm like, really? This is mine.
I'm the owner, so I can show it.
Exactly.
Don't worry, disbarred from the channel, banned from TikTok for life.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so you can see we've got lots of streams. Actually, if I go into videos, all right, and look at our videos that we've done, actually live. Okay, we go live. These are the streams. There's over 550 of them up there or so, I think. We got a lot of streams that we've done. So they're all available to watch, and many of them are multiple hours long. And the idea is to show you different phenomena out there. Okay, this was last night's stream. Okay, we really had a good time. Can you see that screen? You
Yes.
can, right?
But I could see you highlighting the screen, yes.
Yeah. I haven't started the stream or anything.
Right.
But then, if we go back to skytourlive.org, okay, and we do that by doing this, okay. We also have our Patreon page. If you guys want to support us, you can come here and join one of our several tiers, and support us for as little as, I think, $3, maybe $5. I'm not sure, and it goes up to $200. And believe it or not, we have people at all those levels. And we also have our store.
And by the way, I always interrupt him. By the way, all of it goes back into the investment of what he does.
Yeah, I don't make a dime from this. I don't take any money. But we have all of our images we put on differently. You want some socks? Look at that. SkyTourLive.org socks, mugs, beach blankets, towels, carry bags, koozies. We have journals. We have Marc Westender bags. We have Weekender bags.
Hold on, Mark. That's TikTok.
Okay.
Continue. Go ahead.
And then we have playing cards. Okay. We have clocks. We have luggage. Believe it or not, we even have. I don't think I showed it, but we have about 50 products. What shoes? We have shoes, men's and women's sneakers, mouse pads, Apple Watch bands. Okay, dog neckerchiefs of all several kinds, and the thing that's interesting is we also have, and I'm trying to find it here. It's not obvious. It's probably it's going to be on the actual Etsy store. We have pickleball. Skytour pickleball as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is kind of cool. Anyway, so this is Skytour Shop on Etsy. And like when you go to Etsy, to find Skytour Shop, you get there and you get this, right? So if you look up Skytour Shop, okay, all right, and you just hit enter, you're like, okay, what's going on? Where's Skytour Shop? But then you can say, did you mean the Sky Tour shop? And you click that, and that takes you to us.
Oh, all right, okay.
So in other words, that's a way to do it because I don't know why Etsy is cumbersome that way. All right, so that's cool, and that gives us the that gives us the ability to show you the products that we have. And again, yes, you buy those if you want to. We don't insist anyone buys anything. We are actually really happy to have you come here to our skytourlive.org, okay, which is here. That's the Helix Nebula, by the way, taken with our wide field system. The narrow field system is going to make this look literally 10 times better than this, and it's going to be a small section that we get to see. All right. If you scroll down now, you basically it's the universe live in real time, and you can connect with us. We also have one of our streams here, so you can watch one of our streams. Okay. Here is the all sky camera. I'm working on trying to get that to go live on our site. Mm-hmm. And then we have I want cool pictures. And this is the cool thing. We have an online database, I'll show you. We also give away equipment. And we have winners and so forth. And we'll be doing that again soon. We give away telescopes, this one in particular. We also give away binoculars. And we're going to be eventually giving away psionics night vision systems. All right. So if you want cool pictures or you want to see what we've done tonight, you just say, go to the online database. And in the online database, all right, you see file folders. Now there's instructions on the past, but I'll show you what they are. Okay, in the past thing. So right now, we're going to go back and sort from the sort by descending. Okay, and so last night 8:29, you go into this folder, and now you see all the objects we took images of. Okay, we went crazy. One of them we took is the Eastern Veil. We go into the Eastern Veil, you keep going in, and if you look at this, you'll say, okay, well, what are these files? Well, these are the actual files that you would download if you wanted to do your own processing of these. But if you don't want them, you just keep going into processed until you see pretty pictures. And there they are. And you can see 8 frames here, okay, 8 frames, 15 frames, 12 frames.
Now, when you say that, is that stacked?
Yes,
8?
that's okay. So here is 15 stacked images of this nebula.
Wow, that looks like a face.
Yeah, it looks like Alfred Hitchcock to me,
Right?
Or a weirdo smiling with this really evil grin.
Yeah.
It's a Joker grin. But if you look at this, okay, you can see that this object is beautiful. This is a supernova remnant. And by the way, this picture is free. You can hit your right mouse button and say, okay, save image as, and you can actually save this image, okay, and put it on your machine, use it, check it out, enjoy it, look at it, and do whatever you want with it.
And that is a real image.
Yeah, everybody saw us acquire this live. It was nice. Okay. And so that's a supernova remnant in Cygnus. It's called the Veil. All right. And then
that's within the Summer Triangle, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that is correct. Then we took this picture here. This is called the Omega Nebula, or the Swan, or the Horseshoe Nebula, or the Checkmark Nebula. It's got so many names. I took 10 frames. This is an astronomical file format. And if you don't want to process it yourself with like Photoshop, you don't need it. You can go in here and just say, hey, I want this 10 frame image of the Omega Nebula.
Wow.
And there you go.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, and then it comes in.
Oh my gosh, that is beautiful.
Yeah, and so there's a lot going on in here. And the thing is, if you want to know what's going on in here, in the stream, I tell you all about the genesis of this thing and what everything in here means. Is this dark stuff a gap in the nebula? No, this is a dark cloud between us and the nebula. And the nebula is this thing right here, and this dark cloud of dust is in front of it, blocking it. It really goes lengthwise this way, and this is blocking it because of the dark dust. You can see some of it showing through.
Mark, how back in time are we looking here?
About 5,000 years.
Wow.
It's about 5,000 light years away or so.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's the Omega Nebula. All right. And again, free picture to download. Okay, we have several others. Right, this is the Lagoon Nebula.
And this is everything you covered last night on your live stream.
Yeah, this was all one night. We did this all in one night.
Oh.
That's right. And so now here is the Lagoon Nebula, and this is 7 frames. This is 10 frames, and so you go with the one with the most frames, so
I
it's
was
the
going to ask you
clearest
that.
image. Yeah, the higher frame rate means the higher the frames, the better the image. Okay, and look at this. This is a beautiful Lagoon Nebula, and I told people about this little hourglass shaped thing in deep in here. This thing in here, you can barely see the hourglass shape. In the Benson scope, we see a field that's about this big. Okay, it's really not that big. I love it because this is in a much higher resolution. We've got more pixels and a smaller field, so we see much more detail. All right.
What do the colors represent? Are those elements, oxygen, hydrogen, whatever? What is the main?
Yeah. The red is hydrogen gas that's been ionized, so the electron is absorbing ultraviolet light from this O-class star right here. This star is amongst the hottest stars in the universe, and it's right there. You can barely see it right here. Okay, and it's responsible for lighting this whole nebula.
So is the hottest like a cool blue? I mean, we see our
Well, yeah,
sun.
it's blue is hottest and yes, and bluest. That's right. You know, now that star is telling the electron on the hydrogen atoms in this nebula to get ultraviolet light absorption and start absorbing this ultraviolet energy. And when it does, it goes into a higher, let's call it an orbit. It's called a higher energy state in the atom until at one point it actually leaves the atom entirely. And now the atom is no longer a positive one charged proton and a negative one charged electron. It's just a positive one charged proton. The electron's gone. So we have what's called an ion, a charged atomic nucleus, and that's what is in here. And then when the electron rejoins the atom, it gives off that energy that it absorbed to leave the atom. And in the case of hydrogen, it gives off a variety. They're called transitions. It gives off a variety of colors, but the predominant color is red, and that we call that hydrogen alpha. It's a line in the Balmer series of lines within hydrogen. Hydrogen has many lines, and we're looking at them right here. And so the red is the return of that electron into the hydrogen atom.
Couple of questions coming in.
Yeah.
Rockstar wants to know: is this a potential star sun?
Actually, not that star that's powering it. No, but this is a stellar nursery, and these stars here were made in that stellar nursery. So eventually, depending on what their stellar types are, we could find that one of them may end up becoming a planetary host to life at some point. In the nebula, it's a very hot environment. Where it would actually begin is in like this dark cloud like here. I always say this: life begins in the dark. And so it's dark in here. This here is not empty space. This is actually dark dust as well. And it just, in fact, the dark dust goes all throughout this entire image. And the nebula is only illuminates some of the dust, which shows up in here, kind of a bluish cast. And then this dark stuff is more dust that's silhouetted from the brighter stuff behind it. Okay. You can see this has sort of an edge that's sort of illuminated. That is a dense area of hydrogen, and is also a dense area of dark dust. And at some point the hydrogen is ionized and the dark dust of course is not. So you see this separation.
Question. On what we're looking at right now, how vast, what is the size and scope of what we're looking at here? Is this light years apart? Like how?
Yes, this is many light years across. And it's about, again, it's the distance of the lagoon from the Earth. Let's see, I'd have to go back and get the exact distance.
But is it relatively close to Earth?
No, it's not. It's like 5,000 or so light years away.
Another question that came in earlier, Astro wants to know, what are the planets clustered in recent early morning skies?
Oh, I think That's a good call. I think in the early morning, I think we're going to see Venus. And Mars just sets at sunset. Mars is setting, so it comes up after the sun comes up.
Okay.
And then so Venus will be out, and I think we might have Jupiter. Saturn is in the evening sky right now because I saw it the other night. So that is, I think we have Jupiter and we have Venus
Okay.
right now.
These are just stunning images that you're getting. Really, they're just
Well,
amazing.
I just, yeah, I mean,
That is so beautiful.
yeah, and like I said, I am not interested. Um, I'm not interested in taking a paycheck for this. I just want to make sure people get to see, uh, what we're looking at out there.
Mhm.
You know.
Mhm.
Yep.
What other images did you grab last night?
All right. Well, let's go back. I'll show you. If we jump back here and go back to last night's date, um,
How long
we
does it
ha-
take you to get to stack it? Like, I don't know how many that was. Maybe you could
Oh
use the
yeah.
example in the next one you're gonna do.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the Eagle Nebula. This is the one that has the pillars of creation in it.
Wow.
All right. So there's 15 frames, 16 frames, 17 frames. You always take the highest one that's got the frames.
Mhm.
This is one you can put as a backdrop on your computer. This is the pillars of creation that Hubble shot, and here are the pillars. 1, 2, 3, right there. 1, 2,
But these
3.
are your images.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah. This little guy right here is called the fairy. It's a feature within here. The eagle is supposedly this shape reminds people of an eagle.
I see it. Mhm.
Yeah, but I think the eagle is this: the beak facing you, and one of the eyes. And the
Oh
other
yeah,
eye,
yeah, 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 yeah. I
and
see
the
that.
wings, right?
Spread out.
And
Yes, yes, above.
wings
Yes.
and the talons down here. Yeah, that's what I look at and see as an eagle. But that's okay. It's not really an eagle, obviously. It's what is in our mind's eye.
It's like a pareidolia moment.
It is definitely pareidolia. But this right here, in the Benson scope, our view is like this. It's a square right here, and it has 2.5 times, even more, 4 or 5 times the resolution of this image. Again, this is a wide field system to give you the look of the entire region, and the Benson scope will zoom in and show you the exact middle of this with
Okay.
extreme amounts of detail.
Do you? Because the Benson is down because of the retractable right now, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Do you have images to show them in comparison from the wide view to what the Benson can do? To show them a
I'm
comparison.
glad you asked that. Yeah, let's go back here. Let's go back to our main directory and come out of last night's viewing. In fact, let me go to my files here.
Yeah. Let's see some Benson stuff.
Yeah, we got Benson stuff. All right, so I'm going to go into here. All right, and now we see all the dates. Now, I think, let's look at 8/16. I think I might have done something there. NGC 6530. Let's go see what that was. I think that's okay. That's a wide field shot as well of the lagoon. It looks like. Okay. Oh, the other thing I do is I annotate. So the software I use will automatically tell us what's in the view, which is really, really
That is so
beautiful.
cool.
Yeah, and this image is one that people can look at and use as a reference. All right, so this one we actually
That's the wide view.
did use the wide field shot, wide field system as well. So I'm going to go back to, let's say, 628, where I did 7 different objects. Okay, here's the Black Eye Galaxy. It was during galaxy season. Let's see if this is the one.
So we're looking at a
Yeah.
galaxy now?
Yeah, this would be a galaxy.
Oh, this is going to be cool.
I know this is the raw image, all right, taken by the telescope of this galaxy. And when we are done with it, there's absolutely no modeling of noise. Okay. And what I'll do, I should probably do this actually. I'm gonna show you that. I'll have to share another screen with you to kind of show you that. But that's cool.
For those on TikTok, follow him on TikTok. Sky Tour Livestream, all one word.
Yeah.
This way he can get to that 1,000 and start streaming directly there too.
I'd love to. I can't stream from TikTok right now because I don't have 1,000 followers.
Well, let's make that happen, folks, on TikTok. Spread the word. Please spread the word.
Agreed. Yeah. All right. So let me. I want to stop sharing this, and I would like to. How do I get my sharing bar back? I don't know why that goes away. All right. So I don't know, but I'm gonna stop sharing now. All right, and I'm going to share something else. All right, and I'm going to share. Let's see if I can share that window. Because if I can share that window, that'd be fantastic. So let's do that. Let's see if we can do it. Oh yes, look at that. All right. So let's bring that in this way. Does that fill your screen?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so what I did, this is all of the imagery that I've processed. Okay, it goes on and on and on, all the way back to 2023 and 2021. Oh. But let me show you some of the things we did, right? Here's one. Okay, this is a heavy hitter. On July 24th, 2025, I captured the Trifid Nebula. Ready for this? This is an absolutely stunning object.
KJ, my friend, says he doesn't.
Oh, you may not be able to see this.
My friend is saying he doesn't have to have 1,000. He needs like 50, and he has to interact with live often for weeks. Okay, so I'll fill you in on more information on that, Mark, offline.
All right. I'm gonna stop sharing because it's not sharing. You don't see the.
No, I don't see the image. No.
Yeah, you don't see the open image, so I'm gonna share my display. So what I'm gonna do.
KJ, you may have to help me out with that.
All right. So I'm going to stop sharing, and I will just share my display, and that should do it. I think this is the guy we want to share. Okay.
Yep.
So there is the Trifid Nebula, and that's just a beautiful nebula. That's with the Benson scope. Now, let's pull that to the side. All right, I'm going to minimize you right there. And let's back out of this for a minute, and let's go back to a Trifid Nebula from earlier. Actually, I think it'll be cool to just do this.
Comparison?
Yeah, I want to show you the difference between the two fields of view.
KJ, we'll talk privately. Messages. I want you to help me to help Mark, if you can do that for me on TikTok.
Excellent. Thank you, guys. It's really cool. All right, let's look at the Trifid Nebula in here. 7620. Okay, 762624. This one will be one that we actually took with the scope. Ready for this? Okay, here's the difference. Do you see that?
Yes.
You see how much smaller that is?
Yes.
But you see all the rest here. So this scope is the wide field, and it gives us the benefit of seeing all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Okay? However, this scope here...
Oh my gosh.
Shows you the difference in resolution.
Wow.
You see it? You see both these images now. So that's what it looks like with the wide field, and this is with the narrow field. Look at the additional detail in here that you can see that you cannot see here.
Yes, it's amazing.
So this is the wide field, this is the narrow field. And we show this, we have these two telescopes open at the same time. So people get to see everything we're doing. They get to see all this stuff.
What is the blue, Mark? What is the blue?
That's called a reflection nebula, and that means that there's a lot of dust in here. You can see that when the dust is silhouetted, it looks black. Okay? But the entire area is riddled with dust of all kinds. Even inside the hydrogen cloud here, there's a lot of dust. But the hydrogen emission from the electrons being bounced off by ultraviolet light from these stars overpowers the dust. So So what we're seeing is, just like with our blue sky, you're seeing the dust, which is very, very favorable to blue light from the stars. It actually takes in the blue light and shoots it out in all directions. And so that's called scattering. That's why our sky is blue everywhere we look, because the molecules of nitrogen and oxygen in our atmosphere absorb the blue light from the sun and kick it back out in all directions.
That's amazing.
And so that's why we have a blue sky.
That's amazing. I did not know that.
That color's the same as a nebula in the sky.
That's amazing.
Because it's the same process. It's called Rayleigh scattering. So yeah, so this is neat. We've got that guy. This is without stars. Okay, I can actually make one with stars and then take away the stars in order to do processing, so we can see exactly what's going on. So for instance, this little dark nebula right here might not have been noticed if I had stars here, you see?
Mm-hmm.
But if I take the stars away, I get to see other detail out here that might be hiding.
All right, I got a stupid question. Is this something that is observable in our skies? Is this something that often occurs, or is this a rare glimpse at something that's occurring in the universe?
No, this is actually, if it gets dark enough, we could look at it tonight.
But I'm saying, when we look at these things that you're showing on the screen, obviously we must have examples of it elsewhere in our skies. What are some of the things in our skies that when you see it, you're like, this is not something I often see when I'm doing these observations of the sky. Do you know what I mean? Because like you see spiral galaxies, I'm thinking that's more of a common than uncommon. Like, what are some of the more...
they're very common.
You know what I mean? What are some of the more uncommon things that are in our night sky that people may not be aware of?
Vast clouds of dust. Okay, like this one. This is a vast cloud of dust in our sky. This is the star Antares, which is the eye of the scorpion, is to the lower left in this image. Okay, and this is an area where you've got this beautiful bluish-green nebula with dust everywhere, and red hydrogen emission, dark dust being silhouetted by brighter nebulae behind it. That's actually, and this view here is actually a view that is the size of 2 full moons across and 1 full moon tall.
Wow.
Yeah, just about 2 full moons.
Is hydrogen, because it looks like a lot of these images when you're doing with the clouds, is hydrogen like a very common element found in the universe? It seems like everywhere you look, it's like everywhere.
Exactly. Hydrogen is the numero uno.
Is it really?
Yes, there is. And the second most common element is helium. The third most common element, believe it or not, is oxygen.
Wow.
And the fourth most common element, carbon. What we're made of.
Life.
Yeah, well, carbon is what we're made of.
Base,
yeah,
right.
And carbon is very flexible, and thus it's very, very good to form a fundamental foundation for life. And the fifth most abundant element is nitrogen. So we have carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen all around us all day long.
Can we
most
harness?
Likely, any aliens out there are going to be made of carbon too.
Okay. Can we harness that energy for space travel?
Those are just elements.
The sun would probably, but the sun probably would be the number one source to derive energy from, if we were traveling vast distances.
Well, no. I think that the power of the sun.
Right.
What powers the sun is what we want to harness. We want to harness hydrogen fusion.
Right. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah. And hydrogen fusion is something that Lawrence Livermore is working on right now, and they're making some really good milestones, which is really cool. I'm going to show you another galaxy. This was shot again with our Benson telescope. This is a really amazing galaxy. It's actually a exploding galaxy, so to speak. It's called a starburst galaxy. This is not the best shot. I actually photographed this through clouds. So let me see if I can find a better one.
Okay.
I'm sure I could, because we've got a lot here. Let's see.
I can only imagine.
Oh yeah, that's really cool. Here's one that we shot.
And hello to Chris on TikTok, Ruben, Amanda, Arthur, everybody who's watching on TikTok.
Oh yeah, that's
Make sure
great.
to follow him on TikTok. Oh, that's stunning.
Yeah, and that's the Whirlpool Galaxy. This one is a interesting galaxy because it's a galaxy that collided with another galaxy. Here's the colliding galaxy.
Wow.
Here's the home galaxy. You can see that this galaxy has tugged the spiral arm right with
Yep.
it as it's going out.
Is our galaxy in any kind of a situation where that could happen with ours?
Absolutely. In fact, it's going to.
And like
We are
how
we are
long?
we're going to be colliding on Tuesday at 3 o'clock. No, I'm just kidding. Um, we're going to be colliding with the Andromeda Galaxy in about 3 billion years, and you know what? Nothing will change.
Hmm.
Nothing will change. No one will notice anything. Nothing will happen. We won't be injured. We won't even know what happened.
Hmm.
If people don't look up, they won't even see it.
Genghis says
You
it
know?
looks like a snail. It does have that snail-looking effect on it.
Oh yeah. Yep. Here's Measure 13. It's a globular cluster.
Wow.
Yeah, that we shot. This is probably like a 10 or 12 second shot. There's not much. These shots are so quick because this is so bright. These are halo objects. Actually, they're among the oldest objects in the entire universe.
How old? Like you think?
Uh,
Billions?
close to the age of the universe.
Wow.
Yeah, and because they were among the first stars formed, and these clusters that have sometimes 1 million members at their highest, will probably have no planets around them.
Hmm.
Because they don't have any of the extra materials, in their spectra. They just have hydrogen and helium, and those are gases.
Hmm.
So we wouldn't get any planets there. So globular clusters are thought to be somewhat sterile as far as life goes.
Hmm.
Let's see here. There was another. Let me.
Remember those on TikTok. Follow him. Sky Tour live stream. All one word.
Yeah, I would love to have you.
And his website, skytourlive.org or skytourlive.com. That's the
Yep.
portal where you could find everything.
Here's the other I didn't actually process that one because it was not that good. Now, this one is the processed black eye galaxy. I showed you this before, but now you'll see it a little better now. Come on, why is it doing that? That's better. There's the black eye galaxy processed. Look at that.
No.
That's really pretty. Look at
Oh my gosh, yeah.
it. See all that detail in there?
Mm-hmm.
This is the Benson scope performing for us.
Wow.
Yeah.
And remember, folks, this is coming from his telescopes that are located in Arizona, which is a great
Hmm.
dark sky vantage point. But he's actually looking into a possible new site that's even probably going to be more amazing than what you're seeing on this screen right now.
Yeah, actually, we have two telescopes now, right? We have the Sonoran telescope in the Sonoran Desert. That's at an altitude of 1,600 feet. We have the Benson telescope at 3,450 feet. And both of those skies are dark, dark.
Mm.
But there's a sky that's a whole magnitude darker, and the owners of the land want me to put a telescope on their property. So that would be a third site, and that's at 7,000 feet in altitude.
That's
Yeah, you've got to be ready for that.
awesome.
Yeah, I was there in Colorado doing a talk at this location, and the night sky cleared up on Sunday night, and I did a sky watch, and people were just astonished at how much Milky Way they could see.
Oh my gosh, Mark. I hope that happens. I hope that happens.
Yes, me too.
And
So this
look,
galaxy is several tens of millions of light years away, so you're seeing it as it was several tens of millions of years ago.
wow.
Yeah, so who knows what it looks like now? Okay, and it's really a beautiful galaxy. But then let me show you. This is the Eagle Nebula as seen by the Benson telescope, just so you can see what it looks like. All right, here is the Benson Eagle. Wow. So that you can
please
see,
zoom into that. That is gorgeous.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we see all this detail in here. Oops, sorry, let me just get out of that. We have a lot of detail in here, okay? And it's just beautiful. I'm sorry, keep doing that.
That's just
Yeah,
gorgeous.
yeah. I keep doing that, sorry. Yeah. And so here's how this is working. These clusters of stars here, young hot stars, they're firing their ultraviolet light and energy down in all directions, right?
Hmm.
And as they do that, um, they strip away dust and gas throughout the nebula, and they clear a hole around them, a cavity, right? And these star clusters here are in the process of doing that. However, this area is probably pretty dense. This area is pretty dense at the end of this one, and this area is pretty dense at the end of this one.
Hmm.
Likewise, this is a pretty dense blob of dark dust here. That's pretty dense there. So what's happening is the starlight is striking these areas, but it can't penetrate to blow away the dust around it. So what happens is this dense area protects what's behind it. So this dense area protects what's behind it, and this dense area protects what's behind it. So we end up with these things, we call them stalks or pillars, and they're very common when you have very hot young stars blowing away the dust around them. The dense areas stay behind. It's as if you had it's as if you had a rock in a stream. Okay, the rock is here, here, and here. You have three rocks. Okay, the water is flowing this way. It's blowing all the sand away around it. But in behind the rock, you have a path of sand leading back in a trail, and that's exactly what's happening here in space in 3D.
Wow.
That's cool, huh?
What eventually happens with that dust? Can I mean?
Ah,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
that's a great answer to give. This dust right now is sitting in a very hot nebula, but inside this area here, it's dense. When I say dense, at most about 30,000 atoms per sugar cube size. Now, that's actually not very dense,
No.
considering that a sugar cube size of air has got 10 to the 29th atoms, or 10 to the 26 actually atoms in it, so of air. So it's a very, very thin dust cloud, but when you're going many light years, like this is light years across, and thick, the density is considered a lot, for interstellar space,
Hmm.
right? Same here. This object is several light years in size.
Wow.
Okay,
Oh my
and
gosh, that little object is that wide?
oh yeah, that's gotta be. This is multiple light years. Remember, this is about, again, I think 5,000 light years away. So this guy here, I can actually measure the size of that and calculate on the fly because I have a Photoshop action that will do it. The actual size of this thing in reality, um, and so it's actually quite a large object. And if you're inside of it, you may see these stars,
Hmm.
but they might be fainter because the starlight is subdued by the dust that you might
Hmm.
be sitting within.
Hmm.
Pretty cool.
That is. Have you
So
ever detected? And I know, again, me and my stupid questions. Have you ever detected any black holes?
what a stupid question. No, of course not. Um, no, it wasn't. It's not a stupid question. No, we can't detect black holes with our telescope because they're black.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
It just
that's right.
blends in with the rest of the sky, the background.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so let me do this again. All right, here is the Dumbbell Nebula, which is a planetary nebula, not a supernova, but it's
Oh,
a nebula where the star has passed on, basically, and the star has ejected its outer layers, and then it shrank down. The middle star, there it is, right there in the middle. That's a white dwarf.
wow.
Yeah, and this is several light years across.
Wow.
Yeah. So
So what
star.
happens? What happens to everything within that range when that happens?
Okay, that's a good point. If there was a star in here, let's just say for fun that this star was a few light years from this one.
Uh huh.
Okay, let's say on the front side toward us or something. Um, this stuff would have expanded, and the star, the white dwarf, is so hot that it has ultraviolet energy that's ionizing. This stuff here, when it's teal color, that's oxygen, and the red is hydrogen and potentially neon. And so when we see this type of energy that's ionizing things here, we also know that any stars within the range of that ionizing white dwarf that will just ionize everything are probably going to have planets that are doomed, because the ultraviolet energy is going to strike the planet and effectively strip the atmosphere off over time.
Is that similar to what our sun can do to us with solar activity?
Well,
Like flares, X
no,
flares?
yeah, not really, because our sun
Not to
would have
that
to be a lot
extent, but is
hotter.
it the same kind of, like
Well, the sun would have to be a lot hotter to have the energy to create
right,
ultraviolet
right,
energy that would do this. Our sun gives off ultraviolet, yes. You get a sunburn, that's from ultraviolet, not infrared.
right.
Um, so we get plenty of ultraviolet energy from our sun, but it's not as hot
Correct. I get it.
as a white dwarf. Our sun's surface temperature is about 10,000 degrees. A white dwarf surface temperature is about 40,000 degrees.
Mm.
So it's very, very hot.
Wow.
Remember, it's sort of like the exposed core of the star that's shrunk down on itself, and it can't shrink any smaller because of something called electron degeneracy pressure. But that's nothing to worry about. That just means that the star is pushing back with as much pressure as gravity trying to crush it, and so it's stable in this particular configuration. And this stuff here that you're looking at is all the stuff that was in the envelope of the star.
Right.
Now, our sun's core is the only thing doing fusion. And now you think, well, how big is the core relative to the sun that I see in the sky when I stare at it and blind myself? Well, that half a degree size object in the sky, literally the part of the star that's the core is something that's just a tiny fraction of a degree in the sky. And I'll give you an example. The sun is almost 865,000 miles across, right? And the core is only about 15 to 20% of that.
Wow.
Okay, right? So 10% is 86,500 miles, right? 20% is about 160,000 miles, and so between 10 and 20% is the size of the core. About 20%, say. So the core is about 160,000 miles in diameter in the sun,
Wow.
and all the rest is just along for the ride to make up
That's
865,000
amazing.
miles.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
When you think about
yeah.
it that way.
And then because it's so hot, it's all material that's been fully ionized and is what we call plasma. And plasma, because it's charged, reacts to magnetic fields. The sun has a very, very powerful magnetic field. So when we look at solar telescopes, we see all these streams of material following these invisible lines, which are magnetic field lines, down to the surface of the sun. It's really incredible.
Before I ask my next question, there's a question coming in from chat. The quality of seeing through a telescope being affected by chemtrails released in the atmosphere, but it has a lot to do with atmosphere, period. But I'll let Mark answer that question. What are the difficulties? They're specifically saying chemtrails, but I'm thinking the atmospherics. That's why we have them space based or in high altitudes. Can you explain why Earth-based telescopes have that issue when it comes to our atmosphere and the interferences of?
Yeah, for sure. The problem we have with our atmosphere is that it's moving. It's made of more than just molecules. There's atmospheric hazes. There's aerosols. I don't mean like sprays that you like buy at the store, but an aerosol is a compound that's natural to the Earth. It's also floating up in the air, and this can all deteriorate and make an image look bad. Okay. Here's another shot of the lagoon with the Benson scope.
Gosh.
Look at all that detail.
That is amazing.
Yeah. So there it is.
My
With
God.
that's it. One way I process it. So process it for oxygen and hydrogen. If I process it for more of the hydrogen and the dust, you see this.
That's great that you're able to do that, to highlight that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Now, Mark,
Yeah,
what is the next
cool
phase after dwarf star I mean, what happens next to that star? What's the next cycle? What the stage of?
Yeah, sure. Um, Hopefully we answered your
Yes.
other aerosol question.
I hope that
Um,
Astro. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah. The next phase of a white dwarf is it just cools, and it takes billions of years to cool, because that is the end state for a star kind of like the sun. If it's a star bigger than the sun, we're getting up to like 3 to 4 times the mass of the sun, then we might get a white dwarf or we might get a neutron star. All right, it depends on the mass of the core, and if the core is beyond a certain mass, and that certain mass is called the Chandrasekhar limit, and that's 1.44 times the mass of the sun. If that is what's inside the core of the star when it tries to collapse, well then we're going to get we're going to end up with a very interesting problem, because now we're looking at a star that can collapse past this white dwarf stage and past this electron pressure that holds up the star as a white dwarf. And now it goes down to making lots of neutrons. And the neutrons themselves have their own pressure they can push out with, again, as you may guess, called neutron degeneracy pressure. And that holds the neutron stars up. So stars that are more massive than the sun by a fairly significant amount can become neutron stars. Right? Now, what happens to the star itself? In some cases, a star that's heavier than the Earth, heavier than our sun, will form a white dwarf if it's possible, and not a neutron star. When it gets much heavier, now you're talking about a star that's short-lived and a star that actually ends up exploding in a supernova.
Oh my gosh!
Which we saw earlier when we looked at the Veil Nebula that we were looking at.
That was the result of a supernova?
When I showed you the Veil, in the Veil was a very interesting image, and that Veil that I showed you, I gotta look for one of them that I had. I had one with a wide view, which I think was kind of cool. Let me look for it, search for it. There's several elements to the Veil Nebula. All right, so let's see. This is Pickering's Triangle, Western Veil, Mosaic. Okay, let's do that. All right, so we got that and this. There's the pink. Okay, here is an example of the other side of the veil. Okay, you can see this filamentary structure. Okay, when the star explodes, this star, by the way, here is in the foreground. So it's nowhere near the Veil Nebula. Okay. Veil Nebula is about 1,500 light years away. It occurred about 8,000 years ago. Okay, and this is the western side. The eastern side was that arc of beautiful blue and red that I showed you the other time. And that's way over here. This is out here. So this is the whole circle of the supernova, and emanated from somewhere in here. The star that was here obliterated itself. And when a star obliterates itself, it can leave either a neutron star, or it can leave that's a starless. It can leave either a neutron star or a black hole if it's massive enough. Yeah, if it's massive enough.
Uh-oh.
All right. What? Uh-oh.
No, your audio broke up for a second.
Oh, that's okay. All right. So anyway, so you can see then that a lot could go wrong. Now, there is a lot of dust in the universe, and that's the thing that I'll show you here. Okay. This is an example of all the dust that's out there. You can see it. Yeah. I mean, it looks like you're looking at a dust storm, but in fact, you're seeing a star that is, its light is causing that scattering I told you about that makes the blue nebula. This is what's called a reflection nebula, and you can see that this blue gives way as the light goes through more and more dust. It's not as effective at scattering the blue light from the stars, so there's a certain logical distance based on the brightness of the star that can actually cause that effect. And then you see all the dust out here. Now these are...
wait, before you continue, I want to just ask you a question. And you're going to get into the carbon part. But is this the birth of the star where there's actually planets being formed around it? What stage of the star are we looking at right here?
Well, the star is perfectly formed and is burning hydrogen into helium. Okay, this is the dusty nebula, also full of hydrogen,
Okay.
and the hydrogen collapsed to form a star, and that star began to, scatter have its light scattered by the dust around it that it formed within. So, is it possible that this is a birthplace for other stars and
Right.
other planets? Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. We know that. We know that happens.
That's what I'm wondering, that actually comes together and into a dense form to create that.
Yeah, that's right. It coalesces. Gravity is
Mm-hmm.
you're very good at collapsing things.
Wow.
Just fantastic at it.
That's amazing
Right.
when you just think
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
no, it is. It's just
And in
something
any of
else.
these images with the foreground of all the stars, are we just not looking at stars, but also potentially galaxies in those frame shots?
There's some galaxies in some of the shots, but for the most part, we're just
I
seeing
know,
what's in
but
our
they
own
look like a
galaxy right
star
now.
on the image, but they could actually be galaxies, is what I'm asking.
Not usually. I mean, the
No?
galaxies have a very distinctive shape. Okay, like when we look at galaxies, perhaps uh, the favorite galaxy of all to people is the Andromeda galaxy, right?
Mm. Yeah, and you know who else loves that to talk about that in reference?
Ooh,
The UFO folks.
oh yeah, well that's true.
You know that.
I wasn't even considering them.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
But
but
that's a big one. That's a big
as an
one.
example,
Yeah.
here's one we shot in September 2024. Okay, here's the Andromeda
Oh
galaxy.
my gosh, that's
Isn't that
just.
pretty?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and what's interesting about this shot of the Andromeda galaxy is we can see. Stop that. We can see all kinds of beautiful
Oh,
details in here. Like, look at these bright clouds of stars down here. These are very hot and blue stars down here.
yeah.
Okay. We also see red
Oh,
nebulae in here. Here's a vast nebula right here. Okay. Here's another nebular complex right here. Another one right here. They're all throughout here, and lots of dark nebula, which you see these dark dust rings. These dark dust here are part of the spiral arms of the galaxy. And this is the galaxy heading right for us. This is the Andromeda galaxy.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is
Uh,
stunning, Mark. That
it
is
is. It's beautiful. And this,
stunning. That would look awesome on in a framed picture on your wall.
oh yeah.
Oh
Let
my
me see if I can
gosh.
add a little more panache to it by
Oh my.
darkening up
Yeah,
some
that
things.
looks great.
Yeah. So there we go. So
And
now
what
you can actually see that a little better. You see a little detail in here.
is that
This
visual? Can you see that in any time of the year? Is this a winter sky, night?
actually late in the evening it's coming up now. So it is up in the sky. Here in Connecticut at 11 o'clock, it's probably just cresting the horizon now.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's an object we can see in the fall with Pegasus and so forth. But isn't that pretty?
Oh my gosh, Mark, that's stunning.
Now, this galaxy, if we count the stars, and we've kind of done star counts, about a trillion stars. Okay, one
Wow.
trillion stars. And our galaxy has maybe 150 billion at the low end and 400 billion at the high end. And this galaxy is more than twice the size of ours in terms of stars. So when it passes through us, it's going to rip us to pieces.
No.
But that's going to take millions upon millions upon millions of years to happen.
Oh
You
my
know,
gosh.
once it starts, it's going to take millions of years to happen, and it won't happen for a couple billion years now.
But wait a minute. You're being literal. It's going to shred us.
Yeah, but it's
So
going to take. But nothing will happen. It's not going to hurt anything.
okay.
Yeah.
There's a
We're not
common
gonna.
question coming from chat, and I've heard
Okay.
this numerous times. What this is coming from Astro? What would we expect to when would we expect to see when Betelgeuse
Betelgeuse.
or Beetlejuice or whatever Betelgeuse is
Yeah.
no, I can't say it on TikTok, but when it no longer exists.
Oh, why can't you say that on TikTok?
I can't say the word D. You can't say that word.
We'll call it a supernova. Goes supernova.
Okay, let's just say it that way.
When Betelgeuse goes supernova, and anyway, um, it's not alive, so it
And
can't.
it becomes undead.
Well, that's the opposite of what's going to happen.
I know,
Um,
but that's what I have to say.
it's the opposite of undead. Um, when Betelgeuse finally does explode, what we can expect to see, if it's when Orion is in our daytime sky, then we'll see a new star in the sky. Not as bright as
Wow.
the sun, but you'll see a bright object in the sky for a number of months. And then if Betelgeuse explodes in the nighttime sky, then you're probably going to have a much brighter star in the Orion from Orion coming to you, and it'll cast shadows here on the Earth.
Oh my gosh, Mark.
Oh yeah. Well, in Colorado, I could see my shadow from the Milky Way. All right, a very diffuse shadow from the Milky Way. So
All right, so in
yeah,
comparison to what the moon looks like in our sky, I mean, it's going to be on a much smaller scale, but
maybe
it's
smaller, much smaller in diameter.
but
You
would
can
it
see your
look like
shadow
a
from the moon.
nighttime? But would it look like a nighttime sun or just like a bright star?
It'll look like a combo. It'll look like a nighttime sun in the sense that it's going to be the brightest thing in the sky other than the moon. And so people will think it's Venus, um, but the best thing we'll be able to see is we'll be able to see this thing evolve over time.
Oh my gosh! And this is
Yeah.
for a few months.
Oh yeah, this will be in a few
Now,
months.
a
Yeah.
sky watcher like you or myself, is this going to absolutely cause light pollution?
Um. Yeah. It'll cause some type of interference with imagery, but it's going to be the most popular item in the
Oh
entire
my
sky for
gosh!
a period of
Yes.
months.
Oh my gosh!
So we'd probably be streaming it every day if we could.
Any hypothesis of when this could occur? Is it
Sometime in the next 10,000 years, although it could have already occurred.
right?
We don't know.
Right,
I
right,
mean,
right.
Betelgeuse is already past its expected life expectancy, so it's
It's just when
definitely
that
going to
light
be.
gets to us, and it could have happened already, like you said, because we're looking back in
Yes,
time.
that is correct.
Wow,
That is correct.
wow.
Here's another nebula out there. This is called the Christmas tree cluster. And let's see. We got so many things. Let's try the Sunflower Galaxy and see how that looks here. The Sunflower Galaxy is a beaut. This one, let me check and see if I did this with Benson. I'll just have to be. Oh, that's M82. Another version of M82, the Starburst Galaxy, has this red burst of stellar formation coming up out of here and down there, and then this halo of starbirth going on outside the galaxy. It's crazy. But this is the Sunflower Galaxy I want to look at. And
Is this
it
Benson or the other?
What's that?
Is this Benson?
This I have to look and see it. When I look at it, I'll tell you in a sec. That's a ping file. Let's try that. Okay, that looks like the Benson scope, maybe. Yeah, so you can see a lot of detail. That's the Sunflower Galaxy. What a beautiful galaxy that is. You know?
It does have the spiral characteristics.
Oh yeah, it's a definite spiral galaxy. It's a
Yeah.
really, really pretty one.
Are those the most
And,
common galaxies, Mark? The spiral, or no?
The most common galaxies are actually featureless elliptical galaxies. Believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
That that I didn't know. See, I'm
Yeah.
learning stuff.
Well, whatever. Hey, it is whatever it is, right?
No, that's why I tell people it's an educational experience when they watch your streams.
Yeah. Okay, there's another version of the Sunflower with the Benson scope.
Wow.
It's really small. It's very small if we shoot it with the wide field system.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. Yep, very, very much so. So let me just do one thing right here. Let's go here. Let's turn off that Okay, the moon is over there. That's the moonlight over there.
Looks like it's getting dark.
Yeah, it is. It's getting darker now. Um, so the bottom line is, we can try, since we're here. Um, yeah, you can watch from there. Actually, that's pretty good to be able to do it from your perspective now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm just sharing a display. That's fine.
Oh yeah, we're seeing it.
Okay, I'm gonna open the roof, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we are gonna do this. We're gonna open the roof now. You'll watch the roof open up right here. Here it goes. See the roof opening up?
Yes.
All right, and now I'm going to.
That's amazing. You can just do that from your location in Connecticut.
I know I'm 2,500 miles away from this.
And he's opening up the roof. That's
I
unbelievable.
just, it just did, yeah. And now what I'm going to do is, um,
Another question while you're doing that. Have you ever seen anything that you can't explain?
oh yeah, I captured some of that, which is kind of cool. I'm going to, first of all, bring this over here, and I'm going to make this larger. I'm actually do this. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this sharing session for a moment.
Okay.
And I'll do it again. All right. And I will do it. I'm going to start sharing my window that I want to show you, which is more important. It's here. There it is. Okay. All right. So now you see me down in the corner. Hi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you have everything that's going on right here. Now, what I'm going to do is I opened it up. I'm going to turn on the power.
So you're actually powering up the telescope? I don't know if you're talking because I cannot hear you now, if you are. I lost your audio. So I don't know. So we cannot hear you currently, right now. I didn't touch a thing, so... But we definitely lost your audio. Okay, he's working on it. But hello to everybody watching tonight. I hope you're enjoying this. Make sure to check out his website, skytourlive.org or skytourlive.com. TikTok, follow him at skytourlivestream. Make sure to check out the website because it's his portal to his gallery, the images, where he streams on the TubeU channel. You know what I mean? So everything you can find on the website. It's all the information is there. And he did a stream last night, so you can catch up on a lot of the stuff that he's doing. And so I'm just going to say hello to those I'm seeing. What's up, Melissa? I'll see you tomorrow night for the show. The live show with the International UFO Bureau. And if anybody's got questions, post them in chat. And I'll get them to Mark. So if you have a question, post it in chat. And I'll definitely bring it up to Mark. And KJ, like I said, thank you for your help. And I may need your help to assist me when it comes to Mark's situation with TikTok. Mark, we still cannot hear you. I know you got your finger up, so you're working on it. And hello to Callie, Nick, Bob, James, of course. And the two James. James Small is there. Petita. I seen Otto earlier. Kathy, Rockstar, Genghis. Astro, Fringe, Big Bear. What's up, Big Bear, on the Rumbler side? Mike. Hat the Cat was there earlier. I don't know if you're still there. But I hope you're enjoying this because this is really awesome. At least for me it is. I love when he does this, the astronomy. And the images are just stunning. I mean, look, it speaks for itself. It really does. Literally. It's like, wow, when you look at these images. So hello to those coming into TikTok. Jerry, Resurrection, Quail, Delaney, if I said that right, the Dark Empath, if you're still there. Anna, all of you coming in and tuning in. Like I said, this is an educational experience. It really is. And I just love asking the questions that just pop in. So if you have a question, post it in chat and I'll get them to Mark. So hopefully we'll get Mark's audio coming back soon. I don't know what's going on with that. We may have to reestablish the call. It just stopped all of a sudden. I don't know. It was weird. But he's giving us an example. This is like a special preview of what he does when he does his streams on TubeU, Kick, Rumbly, all those platforms. So I highly suggest you follow, subscribe, so you can see when he goes live. And he does this. Like I mentioned earlier, he did a live stream last night, and that's available. Oh my gosh! Tell Mark we miss Clem. I've seen Clem up close and personal. Oh my gosh, Clem. So Mark, I don't know what's going on. He's putting his hands up, so he's trying to figure out what's going on his end. We may have to reconnect, maybe disconnect on Teams and reconnect you, maybe. I don't know. He's still working on it. I see a Mole in chat now, stirring things up. Yeah. I'm just checking to see all the comments. No. A lot of this is funded. It's crowdsourcing, funded by others. A lot of it he's invested with his own money. But, a lot of this it costs money to keep this going. That's why on his website, he's got the donate page. You got to remember, he's paying for Starlink to keep this going, equipment maintenance, upgrades, putting telescopes in other locations. So a lot of it's just simply crowdsourcing, KJ. And getting folks to continue to make this happen on a daily basis. And a lot of people do. So you can go to the website if you would like to contribute to that. Again, it's skytourlive.org, as you can see in the bottom part of the screen there, where Mark's image is. So, let's see. As soon as an unexplained question comes up, the audio goes. That's part of what happens with technology. We have those bugs at times. But I'm sure he'll work on it. But at least you guys, even if we can't sort this out, you definitely got some insight. And he opened the roof, so maybe we can at least see him put some real-time images. But you guys got to see how it is when he does take the images and stacks them to create those beautiful images that we've seen already. So like I said, you already got to see what he does. And I hope you enjoyed seeing the images that he was putting up on the screen. And maybe if Mark can't work out this audio issue, maybe he will go live on all his platforms, and then everybody can just go over there and tune into him doing it in real time on his channels. So we'll see how this goes. If not, maybe that's something Mark can do, is continue the stream on his platforms and everybody goes over there. Because we cannot hear him currently. But we'll give it a few more minutes to see if he can figure it out. If not, I can try to disconnect and reconnect. See if that fixes it. Sometimes it does. If not, maybe he'll do a stream and he'll give me a call on the phone and he'll tell me that he's going to stream. Because maybe that might be the way to go here. So, Mark, we still cannot hear you. Do you want me to call you on the phone? Shake your head, yes or no. Okay, I'm gonna grab my phone. I'll be right back. Okay. Oh my leg. Let me lower the audio here because we'll get feedback.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we lost your audio.
I know. I've been trying to get it back, and I have to go to this third-party audio source, which you're coming through, by the way, in my Streamlabs. All that's coming through. So if I were to go live, they would hear you. I would hear you. I can hear you. But you probably wouldn't hear me.
No, because of what's going on with the situation right now. But are you? I mean, this could easily. They got a treat tonight. Those on TikTok, everybody that's pretty much watching on the other platforms are already familiar with what you do on your channels. Do you want to end this with me and just go live, and I could tell everybody to go over there live? Do you want to continue this? What are your plans?
Well, the thing that's going to happen is that I did stream last night.
Okay.
So I actually was only going to do this if we could connect. Now, we did this before.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why your voice isn't coming through, or you can't hear me. I don't know why.
Yeah, it was working. It was working fine for over an hour and a half.
Yeah, and that was because we were going through Teams directly.
Ah.
If I pick a different object, like if I do this, okay, can you still hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
but I don't know if I can hear you through the mixer board, but I can hear you through the phone. You want me to check?
Yeah, hold on. Let me come out. Okay. Yeah, you can try that.
I'm gonna mute you on the phone so it doesn't create an echo. Hold on a second. Okay, let me take him off speaker. Let's see if we can hear him through the board. All right, let me see if I can hear you. No, I can't hear you through the board. Only on the phone. All right, I'm gonna mute I'm muting again. Okay, I can only hear you through the phone, not.
Okay.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, we got to see a lot of your images, Mark.
Well, yeah, and that was fine, but like if we stream together, I can hear you, and you should be able to hear me.
I know, but I can't.
Yeah.
That's the weird thing that's going on right now. But if you decide to stream, because you already retracted the roof, you can go live on your platforms. I will stop sharing the screen, and I'll just tell everybody to go over to watch you.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So that's why I'm asking, what do you want to do? Do you want to continue on your own, and I'll tell everybody to go there? Because I can't share your screen once you're on, because they'll get me on one platform, maybe two.
Well, and I think what I want to do is I don't want to stream again tonight.
Okay.
Last night.
Okay.
Right.
Well, why don't we do this while we're on the phone? Since you got the roof open, just give them an example of what it is like for you to focus on a specific area in the sky with the telescope, if that's possible. And we'll just stay on the phone for a few more minutes.
Okay, that's fine.
This way they can see how you actually, the process it is for you to find a certain area in the sky and move the telescope and they can see it.
That's fine. Alright, so right now this is our all sky. The moon is heading down. And what I'll do is bring up our launcher and I'll start up. I'm hearing myself through your speakers. It's really loud.
All right, hold on. I'm trying to think of how I can fix that.
Headphones.
Well, I have my microphone up and everything else is low.
Okay.
I'm actually going to mute my mic and just let you do all the talking.
You are?
I'm going to let you do all the talking this way. I'm going to mute the phone mic so it doesn't create that echo going through the mixer board.
Okay.
So the floor is yours.
Okay. I'm moving the telescope now. And I have to get the camera here to work. Oh, wait a minute. That's what it's doing. Gotcha. Okay. So I'm going to quit that. I have to restart this software here. I'm doing things differently because you're on the phone.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me,
Just to give them a quick little insight of how you do
I know,
this.
that's what I'm trying to do. I gotta. Oh, now it starts. There we go. Okay, and bring it back up. Okay, there we go. All right, so the telescope's pointing up at the sky right now. We're doing this a 1 second photo. And where we are in the sky is determined by this app here, Stellarium, which we connect to our telescope. Yeah. So we'll let that come up. Right, and you see a crosshair in the sky, and it tells us exactly where we are. Okay. Actually, let me do this. Okay, so now you see the moon is kind of low, and these are equatorial coordinates here. That's like they follow the rotation of the Earth. But if we get rid of those and we just go with like the coordinates that show us the zenith. Let me just go over here first. Oh, sorry, caps lock was on. Right. Okay. This Hercules coming up. Right. So you can see, I told you about the Andromeda Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. It's just barely coming up right now. Over there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I restart that app because it's giving me some issues. Okay. So there we go. So here's our Milky Way. Right? And we've been talking about some of these beautiful areas that we've been looking at. Now, the moon is a little brighter right now, so we don't want to look at that. This, I'll show you this. This is this object that we already saw. I showed you photographs of it. And you'll see the telescope is moving now. And it's moving to this object in the sky.
It still looks a little light out there, huh?
It is light out there. Oh, I didn't actually. There's a few more setup things I have to do, which I did not do. So I have to do that as well. I let you run rush me. Yeah. So I want to stop it from doing.
Mark, this is as quiet as you're going to get me
It's pretty quiet.
from talking.
Okay. There we go. That's the Lagoon Nebula. And that's seen in a 1 second shot. Okay, so this is a live view. So if you see a satellite fly through, you'll watch it go zipping right through. Okay. All right. So let's do. Let me do one thing here. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to do my normal setup without you interrupting me. So it'll be good. Okay. Do that.
I'll be right back.
Oh, sure. Now you can just run away.
No, Tycho wants in.
Okay. All right. So now we do this to set this up, and now I'll come down and turn off a high precision mode that we do not use. There we go. We go back here, and you'll see these numbers. These numbers indicate that we're actually what am I trying to say? We're actually guiding right now. So, are you seeing this screen, Bill?
Yes.
Okay, so everybody sees the screen.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, now that I've done that, what I'm going to do is come back here, and I'm going to tell us to go here, because we went to the Herschel 36, which is the Good Nebula. But now I'm telling it to go to the Trifid Nebula. And so the telescope's moving, and when it stops moving, we're going to have Trifid Nebula in our view right there. And what I can do is I can tell the telescope to identify where we are. All right. And it's finding it. It found the Trifid Nebula. So I can click on that and say, center it in the view. Now it's going to move it. Oh, great. Yeah, do you want to see that? I don't want to see that. All right, now it's going to move it into the center of the view for us. Make sure I actually caught that. Yes.
That is so cool.
And now it'll move into the center view. And then once we have the center view now we can actually start taking pictures. Okay. And there we are. So this is the annotation in this software that we're using. It's really nice. Okay. Now let's do that. Go like this. Now you see here it says searching. That's the telescope trying to find a guide star. And now we got numbers. So it's guiding now. So I can say do a 15-second shot. And this is what we call our low light mode. What I want to do is get out of low light mode and go into our deep sky mode. And now you'll see the counter going across down here. And when it gets to the end of the line, which is now you should see a beautiful Trifid Nebula show up. And there it is.
Wow.
And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to color correct this. So now it's more color corrected. And I tend to want to do this. I zoom these curves so that now I can actually do some processing. Now we're powered by Starlink out here. So I'm going to drop this down. Okay, it's almost instant. It's beautiful. And now I will move this over. This is our black level. We climb the curve.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh, heck yeah.
It just gets much better very, very quickly. And we've already stacked 3. Right. I'm gonna increase the value or the beauty actually. This way right away you'll see it get even better right now. So now it's even better, and we're gonna actually do an unsharp mask, which is right here. And it's gonna add extra detail. Or pull out extra detail. So that's really pretty.
That is.
Excuse me. And so yeah. And we can zoom in on this a little bit.
And this is the wide field, right?
This is the wide field system. live viewing system.
And folks, this is in real time.
This is real time, yeah. Yep.
Oh my
So, you know, the three of you watching, if you're not already members, join us for free.
I mean, really, this is outstanding. I mean, wow. When are you planning to do your next live stream?
I tend to go every other day. So I did one last night. So I'll probably do one tomorrow.
What time?
It's usually around 11 o'clock because that's when it's
Dark?
dark out there, yeah.
Local time is dark.
Yeah.
For us in the East Coast, it's about 8 p.m.
It's 3 hours away, actually.
Yeah.
So if it's 8:50, 9 p.m. over there, it's 12 here because it's 3 hours later.
Mark, is it automatically stacking?
It is. I have it automatic.
Because the images are just getting better and better.
That's right. An auto stack process. See, we've got 9 stacked right here. You can see that right there.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, if I stream, the only thing missing is that I have me down here in the video. Oops, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in this corner over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes I'll bring myself up and point to stuff so people can see what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I think that's actually important to do.
Yeah, you're floating, so that you can.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for taking a couple of hours to show us some insight of what it is that SkyTour live stream does.
You're kidding. It was a couple hours.
Yeah, already. Can you believe that?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Folks, on TikTok, specifically, follow him on TikTok. Spread the word on TikTok. Just follow him at SkyTour Livestream. A lot of the folks that are watching on the other platforms, you're already familiar with what Marc does. I see the usual folks in here. You know how awesome this is. I really want the TikTokers to spread the word and appreciate what he does. It's an educational experience. He makes it fun. You could see the images. This is a real-time image. It's actually happening right now. This is not an image that was... I mean, you could see the telescope is adding layers, it's stacking photos on top of each other to give you this... Look at it. It's happening in real time. You're seeing an actual live view. And what specifically is this one called, Marc?
This is the Trifid Nebula, and we can do this, okay? And they see Trifid
Good night,
Nebula.
Kathy. Go ahead, Marc. I'm sorry.
And it's okay. And you see the Trifid Nebula, and what we'll do is I grab that and I say make that the target name, just like that. Okay? And I save the image just like this. So now, when we go in and grab that image, this is the image people get right here. That's what they get.
Wow.
Okay? And that shows everything. You know, it shows the stars that are nearby, all that.
Labeled.
Okay? Yeah, labeled. Now, that's not what they get for the actual image. So once I do that, I save this image, okay, and I save it exactly as seen, right? And so the image they can download is, along with that annotated image, they can also download this image.
Mm.
And they can then do what they want. They can zoom in on it. They can check it out. Yeah. So and they can do what they want.
You know what's amazing? Even though you still have some light going on in the skies, you can still get an image like this.
Yeah, we're actually able to get rid of a lot of the light, because we can kind of use a filter to help get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Blues would get lost in the blue sky, so luckily we don't have a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
So now, okay, so this here I just saved it, and I'll save it exactly as seen one more time. 21 shots. Okay. And look, how long have we been doing this? I mean, we're doing a 15-second shot.
Yeah. 2 minutes, 3 minutes tops.
Yeah. Now, this guy right here, actually, it's right here, 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay.
This object right here, if you use the telescope to gather this image, you're probably going to get, it'll probably take you about 9 minutes of exposure to get this with a telescope like ours. But what we've done is we've modified this telescope to be photographically faster by 25 times. So that means that our telescope, which is normally what they call an f10 focal ratio, focal length, focal ratio rather, is running at f1.8. So photographically, it's running much faster.
Would you
So
say
we can catch all these things in no time?
would you say that your telescope, that's what separates yours from many others?
Yeah. Actually, for the longest time, this telescope was the only one in the world of this kind running at f1.8.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's a couple others out there, but not many. So this is kind of special. Now the Benson telescope is running at f7 because I want to have a narrow field, and to have narrow fields, you need to have something zoomed in more, and we don't want to rob the resolution from that beautiful sensor we've got. So that's beautiful.
I've never asked you this question.
That's a lie. You've always asked me every question ever.
What is your favorite object in the sky to observe?
Wow, I actually you stumped me.
Ah,
every object I see is beautiful.
I know that. But do you have a favorite?
I may, but I have. It's more like every season I have a favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me see if I can take us up to something that is a favorite. Okay, I showed you some of the stuff. I'm going to bring us into
The Summer Triangle?
American Nebula. Yeah, this is at the heart of the Summer Triangle. We're going to go up to the North American Nebula. And that's really high in the sky. You see the telescope now over here is moving up into the sky. And we're going to be moving toward the Cygnus, the Swan constellation. And when the telescope stops, we're going to be inside the North America Nebula, which is here. And what I'm going to do is do a increase in our sensitivity, and then modify this. Now I'm going to check this out, see where we are. I'm going to take a 20-second photo. Okay, 20-second photo. First things first, I'm going to make sure we're guiding, so I got to make sure our guiding comes back. First thing I'll do actually is this. I'm going to see about our location. Alright, so there's Hipparchus 103341. Clackety clack, don't talk back. Alright, so we have brightest stars in here. And I see 103341. Alright, now let's go look for Hipparchus. Star, let's go. That star was what now? It was 103341. So I'm going to come back over here and look for the Hipparchus star 103341.
Wow.
1. Did I get it wrong? I did. It's a 2. So we're going to make that a 1. Okay. And there it is. And so that's where we are focused right now. And the size of our telescope field is this right here, this red square. Okay, actually, there's a lot of squares in here. We're actually right here at 103341. Oh, actually, 103341 is at the upper right. So it's probably correct. We actually can't see it too easily because it's all red and our data show it's red. So that's kind of an artificial, but this is what we want right here. So I'm going to move us up a little bit. And I'm going to go back to our single second mode for a moment. And that's going to take us here. Right? And we want this down in the center. So I'm going to bring it up. Oops. That was a mistake.
There's a follow-up question to mine.
Okay,
What was Marc's favorite unexplained sky event?
Well, I had a few of those too. First things first, let me
Okay.
do this. I'll explain that. All right, let's bring this down now. Okay. I'm going to show you an object that's really just unbelievable. You can kind of see it right here.
Yeah.
Okay, this is called the Cygnus Wall. It's an area in Cygnus now. It goes all the way through here, and there's dark nebula here. It's really stunning. So we'll use this, and then we're going to do a 20-second shot. That's all we need. Okay, so once we start doing this, you'll get to see exactly what's happening and tell you what's happening here. So I'm going to get out of the low light mode, go into our live stacking mode, and we're doing a 20-second shot. Let's actually do that. That was the Trifid Nebula from before. Alright, so here's the 20-second shot. We're going to clear this. So we start with 0 data. I don't have to clear it, it overwrites it, but it just wants to be confusing. Right now, if you watch, what we're going to do is we're guiding, because you can see the guiding right here. Alright, the numbers. Okay, here comes our first image. Okay, here we go.
Wow.
That beautiful thing. And we had a satellite pass through. Okay. Now this is the Cygnus Wall right here. Okay, that's all dark dust. We had a Starlink satellite pop through right there. Let's color correct this. Okay, that's color corrected. And look at that.
Unbelievable.
Look at that. All this data, all this detail.
Unbelievable.
It's amazing.
In real
And
time.
this is actually real time, and it's right over your head right now. This is what's over your head. It's almost directly overhead.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous, Marc.
Yeah, we caught 3 so far. We have 3 already. While we're looking at it, we've already got 3 images.
Mm-hmm. You could see it You could see it updating.
Yeah, it's updating. As it keeps updating, you actually see it get a little better and better. I'm actually going to take down some of the colors because it's actually too colorful. I'll put it right here. This is more realistic right here. Right there. Yeah, isn't that something?
That's incredible.
And then I'll migrate off this. This is our curve with the light. It's red, green, and blue. And so this is the level that we call the black level. If we move forward with it, we cut out a lot of data, and you'll see it get darker and darker and darker. You see?
Mm-hmm.
So if you come back to the left of the curve, just to the left,
Mm-hmm.
this gives you the maximum amount of data, okay, where you can see subtle details, okay, and like that's too much. Come back in just a tad, and then we can actually do this. We can pull this down. This is our mid-level. It allows us to see subtle details
Oh my
starting to pop
gosh.
out. Yeah, and then we can pull in, right, and we get even more details now.
How many
That's
so
just beautiful.
how many so far stacked?
Well, it says right here 7.
Wow.
I usually go to about 20, sometimes maybe 10, 15. But we've done. This is only a 2-minute and 40-second shot right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're going to get this this kind of detail with a regular telescope, it's going to take you many tens of minutes to get all these subtle details up here.
Mm-hmm.
But with a scope that moves so photographically fast that we are able to actually capture this data in a very, very short time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very short time.
Mark, that's stunning, Mark.
And it's live.
Yeah, it's live.
I mean,
Real time.
Notice that satellite trail has almost disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
It was only in one frame. And as we stack 8 other frames of the 9,
It's disappearing.
it's disappearing because the lack of space here is overwriting it little by little by little. By the time I get, say, 15 frames, you won't even notice this line anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So isn't that cool?
That's amazing, Mark.
Look at the detail. And this is the wide field system. That's what this system is good at. Okay? This system is good at this. Our other telescope shows us this. And so we see that size of a field.
But that must be incredible detail.
It's much more detailed, absolutely. And that's why we open both at the same time.
Wow, Mark.
I'd have them both open right now, if we could.
Yep.
You know?
All right, so hopefully tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I'll have it done tomorrow.
You think it'll be fixed by tomorrow night for you to do it both?
Yeah, he told me he's gonna go up and work on it tomorrow, and so I asked him to let me know when he'll be there. And I can check my messages now to see if he's gotten back to me and see what's going on here. Okay. He has not gotten back to me yet, so he will.
All right. Well,
There you go.
there you go, folks. Look at that.
So
That's
I'm gonna actually come in here and do this now. I'm gonna set up telling me what this is. Okay.
remember, this is real time, folks.
It is. And now what I'm gonna do is go up to here and write in that this is the Cygnus wall. And that's how it will appear on our server for everybody to get at. Okay. So now what I can do is save this, and it's going to go to the Cygnus wall, and then we can save all these 15 shots here. Save exactly the same. So now, that's it. We're done with this shot.
That's amazing.
And this is already up on our server by now. It takes less than 30 seconds for this data to get there. And so I basically just do this.
So this is already on SkyTour. This is already on SkyTourLive.org.
Yeah, if you go to skytourlive.org, you'll see that the date is up there for this data, and it'll be in the directories for sure.
Wow,
Yeah.
Mark.
Nice. Oh yeah, wait, we're on. You're viewing my whole display, so I could come back here, and you're seeing this now, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I can go and say, go look at our online database, and when it comes up, you'll see that when I sort it in descending order, it is in descending order. I want to do it in ascending order, I guess. Oh no, that was wrong. See, it didn't do it right. Oh, let's do that. That's how I did before. Yeah, okay, here we go. So 8:30. So here is M20. Here's the Cygnus wall. If I double-click this, right? Double-click this. There's our Cygnus wall image already on our server.
Wow.
So it's all there already. Nice and crisp and clear. Look at that. Isn't
Well,
that crazy?
we cannot see it on this screen, but
Oh, well, why can't you?
I don't know. I just see the telescope view.
Oh, I thought I was sharing my display.
No.
Well, you were seeing my when I mentioned to you, I said you're seeing my SkyTourLive.org. No.
No.
Oh, how come?
I don't know. We're seeing.
It's all your fault.
We're still seeing the I guess, the telescope's live view.
Alright, well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to stop this, and I'm going to share my display, which I did before. So here's the display. Right, there you go. Here's my telescope live view. Do you see that?
Yes, now we do. Yes.
Okay, and here is my site. So I come down here, and I go to I Want Cool Pictures, go to the online database, right? And you'll notice when we come in that what we're looking at is, I gotta get these to do the proper order. And then you'll see 8/30/2025 here. See it?
Yep.
That's tonight.
So that automatically creates the folder to put the photos in?
Absolutely.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Here's the Cygnus wall.
Makes,
Here's the Trifid Nebula we shot earlier.
that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so compact and easy for you, the way you set this up, that it just does everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And even a 25 frame shot of the Trifid Nebula.
yeah, from earlier. That's amazing.
Yeah. And you see it's showing a placeholder, then it sharpens up to what's really there. So look at that.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah. So it only takes a few seconds, about less than 30 seconds for us to get that up there. So now, here, we can go over to here, back out, and I'll show you another region which is really cool. There's way more regions here that are neat, but I'm going to take us down to this guy. Alright, and it's called the Crescent Nebula. And that's another kind of object. Okay, we're looking at a dark cloud of gas and dust that was in the Cygnus North American Nebula, it's called. And the North American Nebula, see, we're looking at this now. The North American Nebula is a stellar nursery. This here is the beginning of stellar death. Okay? Or the end of stellar objects. Okay? And this object is something known as a Wolf-Rayet star.
A what?
So wolf, like the wolf animal, and Rayet, R-A-Y-E-T, star. And the Wolf-Rayet star is extremely hot, up to about 200,000 degrees Celsius in that star.
Wow.
Which is right there. And so now what we're going to do is we're guiding already. I'll do a 20-second shot for this too. We don't need much time. And we start it, and you can see that we're doing that. You can see this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is our progress bar.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to come out of low light mode. We're not going to lose anything by doing this because the photo hasn't come here yet. And in our live stack, oops, get that up again. There's a live stack. I missed the photo. So at the end of this, you'll see the Crescent Nebula in all its glory in a 20-second shot. And it's a very faint object, relatively. So some of the detail in here is faint. But we can see
Oh my
a lot
gosh.
of it. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. And again, look at this dark nebula in here. Look at, let's see if we zoom out a little more. You can see a color correct here. Okay. And you can see, let me drop a little bit. So you can actually see this beautiful red, soft red all around it. Okay. Really neat. And if you can zoom in, you can see the structure. Now, we have only 2 frames, right? And you can start to see this much better. And the color curves sharpen up and get better. And what we do is I can modify this as we're taking the picture to kind of show us a little better view of it and soften up some of the noise that you're seeing. So it can look like this.
Mm.
And I gradually move this over more as we get more frames in.
That
I've
makes sense.
also got filters going. I got these filters going to show us, what we're getting for exposures and make sure that our error is fine. So I can look at this a million different ways. It's so cool.
That is amazing, Mark.
Yeah. So the star here, right, is the cause of all this, and that star is going to go supernova before long, and it's going to obliterate this cloud it created, which is the guts of the star. This is just pretty much the exposed core of the star. That's what you're seeing here. Really something.
So when you say it's going to go supernova, I mean, we're talking thousands of years?
Don't know. That's the beauty of this. We don't really know. And I like that most of all.
Wow.
There we go. That's a better color correction.
And how many light years? Is it
look.
Far?
The Crescent Nebula's distance is about 4,700 light years.
Okay.
All right. So this nebula is probably 100 light years long, maybe 80 light years long.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And think about this: the nearest star to us is 4 light years away. 4 light years.
Exactly. It's hard to comprehend distance
It is.
when you're looking at something like this.
Yep. And the scale of the universe.
Yep.
So now you can see all these additional material in here. You can see the different colors starting to show up.
Mm-hmm.
The bluish green is oxygen. The red is hydrogen. Okay. And you have dust around here. It's just,
When I see an image like this, it makes me realize how small we are in the universe.
oh yeah, we're tiny compared to this. I can tell you that.
I mean,
If I turn off the instrument mask, it'll soften it just a little bit, and we'll lose some of the noise. But you see, for this nebula, you don't really even need it. No, it's really something else.
unbelievable.
Yeah, but there you
Unbelievable.
go.
Well, I want to thank you. I want to thank you so much for sharing all of this with all of us.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get to work with a friend of mine. He's gonna show me. Because I use TikTok, but I'm not that great with it. But we're gonna get you set up on TikTok. We're gonna get you sorted out so that you can start doing some stuff. He's gonna explain to me
Good.
how to
I've
get.
got about 102 followers on TikTok, and that's it.
Well, hopefully KJ will help me get this all sorted for you. This way you can
Right.
start streaming live on TikTok.
Love it. I can't wait.
And Grandizer says to really thank you. Everybody's, I mean, the comments I've got in here have been, of course, you know that. They love what you do.
Well, they know me, so that's good.
Yeah. But I really want
If they
the.
want to see other things I do, they can watch the History Channel show. The proof is up.
That's right. The proof is out there. That's right. When is the? Do you know what? Did the season start already? Like, when are you going to be on there again?
Yeah, season 5 started, and there's been some episodes of the show where I've had a hand in most of the stories,
Oh, really?
and others were just not as interesting, and so I didn't end up doing anything with some of the other stories.
Okay.
But I'm in most of the stories that are on in each episode. I think that's because they really want someone that is very willing to put their neck out there, and also willing to tell the truth, regardless of how many people it may upset.
Oh, I know that. Well, again, folks, Sky Tour live stream. That's his channel on TubeView. It's also on the Rumbler channel. Also Kick.
And Kick.
Yeah.
I used to do it on Facebook too, but unfortunately, someone stole my profile, and when they stole my profile, it removed my ability to actually stream anything.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, and there's nobody to talk to.
Oh no, I know. I've dealt with them in the past with my own issue as an admin on on the other platform for the station. Also, skytourlive.org. Make sure to check that out. And follow him on TikTok, SkyTour Livestream, all one word, SkyTour Livestream.
Yeah.
This is an educational experience, as you've seen a glimpse of this tonight. And he's planning to go live streaming tomorrow night. It would be about approximately 11 p.m. Eastern, because the telescopes are located in Arizona, and we're on the East Coast. So he's got to wait till it gets dark. Yes.
As winter approaches, it'll be a shorter amount of time. Like earlier time.
Yeah. At least for us.
This thing here too to show you the 20-second exposure. This is a beautiful open cluster called the wild duck. All right, and you're going to be amazed at what's all over here. So that you'll see here in just a moment. This is our Milky Way talking.
Wow. Here,
So we'll do that. If you want to go, you can go.
No. I want to see this, what you're doing right now.
Okay. Well, this is our previous one we shot.
Uh-huh.
And then the new one is this one.
Wow.
And this is that cluster called the wild duck.
Where in the sky is that located?
This is, I'll show you. Come back here. And we back out of this. Here's our southern horizon. And we are right there. And that's in the cluster Scutum, S-C-U-T-U-M. And mythologically, this is a...
What constellation would that be part of?
Scutum, S-C-U-T-U-M is the name of the constellation.
S-C-U-T. Okay.
Scutum.
Got it.
Yeah, pretty neat.
Oh, yeah.
And so now, I gotta come in here now and do my typical stuff. I'm gonna color correct. And I'm also going to adjust for this and help with the light. And now you see what we're really looking at. Look at that. This is a star cloud in our Milky Way galaxy. This is dark dust. You can see the little fingers,
Mm-hmm. So that's our neighborhood.
It's in our Milky Way galaxy.
Yeah, it's in our galaxy.
It's
Yeah.
not in the Andromeda galaxy. It's in our Milky Way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Really cool.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It really is.
Yeah, and that's 5 shots so far.
It's mind-boggling that all of this is right above us, or all around us.
I know.
That's the thing. It's almost, you can't even comprehend. It's just so much out there.
You're right. How about this? Let's think of it this way. There's another thing too, by the way. I can actually, to see these things better, I can sometimes take that away and go full screen here. So we can actually just look at the object, and then we zoom into just the object. So now it fills the screen. It's still real time, okay? And all the data we want is down here. Okay, we are actually now, we have 7 frames stacked. It says right there, 2 minutes 40 seconds.
What do you usually
Now,
shoot?
8 frames.
What do you usually shoot for minimum for frames?
I'll go between 10 and 20. But when I'm shooting alone, I'll do 80 to 100.
Wow.
Yeah, and basically I walk away from the computer and I go do other things for
Right.
a while.
And come back and it's
Let it do
done.
its thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when you look at this, okay, if I come down here, we can see all of our interesting stuff. All right. So I can color correct again. I can also do other things. I can actually modify some of the colors to actually see more detail.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I like to do the realistic color.
Oh, that's
Now you can
amazing.
see this dark dust dust in here. See how dark that is?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I want everybody to look at this. And you're looking at stars. Now, you could swear this is just a wet driveway that someone took a picture of. Okay? But this is actually individual stars, any one of which probably already has planets around it. So we know right now, and as a professional astronomer, I can tell you this without any kind of equivocation, that there's more planets than there are stars in the universe.
Mm.
And we now know that because we see in our sampling that many of the stars we think don't have planets have 1, 2, or 3.
Mm. And what about the moons associated too?
On top of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, in our own solar system, Ganymede, which is the moon of which object you know?
Oh my! But how many? But wait a minute. How many moons does?
No,
Oh,
hang on.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay. Ganymede is the largest moon in the solar system.
I
And
did not know
bigger
that.
than Mercury.
I didn't know that.
And yeah. And what planet does Ganymede move around so that it can't be a planet of its own? Because it's a moon of another planet.
I totally am lost. Which one?
Well, also associated with that planet is
Jupiter?
Europa.
Yes,
Yes, Jupiter.
Mom, I'm with Mark. Hold on, please.
Hi.
Mom says hello.
I am,
You gave me too much of a hint. But go ahead. That I did not
Yeah.
know. That's the largest moon.
yeah, and it's bigger than Mercury.
How much larger is it compared to our moon?
Well, Mercury is much bigger than our moon. Okay, so it's the size of Mercury. It's bigger than Mercury. Mercury is was it 1.5, 2 times the size of our moon. I'd have to look. But look at now. We're up to 16 stacked frames now.
Wow.
A total of 5 minutes and 20 seconds. All this dark dust is showing beautifully.
Mark, one more question. What about
Yeah.
dark matter?
Yeah, dark matter is interesting. Dark matter has an interesting genesis, why we think dark matter exists. And it has to do with watching and figuring out how galaxies rotate, how their stars orbit around. We look at Mercury. Mercury goes around the sun in 88 days, very fast.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes over 250 years or so to go around the sun. So the farther away from the sun, the slower they orbit. So using that model, we should expect that when stars near the center of a galaxy are orbiting, they go really, really fast. And when they're outside in the outskirts, they go really, really slow.
Mm-hmm.
We don't see that. What we actually see is the galaxies rotate like somewhat of a rigid disk. Okay? Kind of like a rigid disk. And as they rotate, they have a little bit of differential rotation where the objects on the outside are moving a little bit slower, but not slow enough to account for the model when we look at the solar system and planets going around our sun. So that means there's something else bathing the entire galaxy in mass that we don't know, that prevents the galaxy from having that what we call differential rotation, where the spiral arms will drag out over time and lag behind. Now we see some of that, but we don't see enough of that. So that led to the thought process that said there must be some other type of matter that we can't detect readily that's helping a galaxy rotate as a rigid disk, sort of.
That's
That's
fascinating.
Dark matter. Now we call it dark because we don't know what it is. You know?
So because this now let me, because you said like a disk, are we saying? I mean, I'm just like freaking out right now.
Why?
Because the center of the galaxy, everything is rotating around that. Am I right?
That is right.
Is there a black hole at the center of the galaxy?
Yes, there is.
Okay. So
And we've imaged stars moving rapidly around it.
because it's closer to the center.
Yeah, the stars near the center, if they're caught by the black hole, they orbit the black hole. And over a 10-year period, you can see these stars whip around the black hole. It's amazing to watch. That's out there.
It's just like, because if everything is revolving, then that kind of, I'm thinking of like the way we look at the galaxy. Is everything, and this may sound like making it so overly simple, but is everything that's going around the center of the galaxy flat? In other words, all the stars are not aligned in one plane, but kind of like on, it would appear as looking flat. All these.
Well, what you're saying is there's a disk.
Right.
There's a galactic disk.
Right.
And this galactic disk that we see is actually a disk of stars, and it's going to be quite a few light years in thickness, this galactic disk.
So, like, if I was, like, to make an analogy,
Yes.
if I had a 78, like an album, with the hole in the
Yes.
center, the hole being the center of the galaxy, and the disk would be everything around it in our Milky Way. Kinda. On that album.
Thicker. The thickest part would be in the center, and it would taper as it got near the edge, but it would still have thickness.
So, the main cluster of stars would be toward the center, and then as it spirals out in the little branches, let's just say, there's fewer.
Yeah, you could say that. And the thing is, the thickest part is what we call the
Mom,
bulge.
please. I'm talking to Mark.
I'm looking
The
for
nuclear
time.
bulge of our galaxy is the thickest central part. And by the way, that is just south of this view we have here.
Are we, considering the center, are we on the outer fringes of the spiral?
Well, see, we used to say that we're about 30,000 light years out. But what's happened is we've discovered that we're not necessarily 30,000 light years out. We might actually be a little bit closer. I'm going to quit this exposure and I've already saved it.
Are any of those inner stars closest to the black hole being enveloped by the black hole?
Not as far as we can see, but they're orbiting very close to it, and they whip right around it. One star in particular is very close, and as it goes to orbit the black hole, remember it's a supermassive black hole.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a couple of light years away, which is close for a supermassive black hole. So it's actually orbiting the black hole at high speed because it's an elliptical orbit. Yeah, it's really cool.
Have we ever detected a star being taken by a black hole?
I look at the literature. I think we saw a star getting spaghettified by a black hole. And what's happening is you have a binary star system. One of the stars goes supernova and leaves a black hole behind, and then the other star ends up orbiting the black hole. Now it doesn't notice any difference in the gravity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in fact, it's slightly less because the star goes supernova. Much of its mass goes away, or some of its mass goes away, and so the star orbits probably a little more elliptically. And so as it gets closer, it could bleed gas into the black hole. And I think we've noticed that.
Mark, in your best hypothesis guess, what do you think lies on the other side of a black hole?
Oh, well, there's some funny thought processes. One is that the galaxy, the black hole out there actually we're in the universe. It's like we're inside the black hole. That's one of the fun theories. I don't believe that in particular, but it is kind of cool.
Wow. But there are numerous black holes throughout the universe.
Oh gosh, yes.
What is the closest one to us? Is it our galaxy?
Yeah, it's probably ours. Now we did notice another one. I forget this location, but the Crab pulsar is a pulsar, so it's a neutron star, and that's about 3,000 or 6,000 actually, maybe light years away. All right, but still, it's actually an interesting place.
Man, I know that one day, hopefully in the future, whenever that is, we're able to send something in a black hole and see what kind of information we could retrieve as it enters it.
Yeah, you know what?
That's gotta be.
Remember the movie Interstellar?
Yes.
Okay, astrophysicist Kip Thorne was the consultant on the movie, and he was consulted about the look of the black holes. And I met with him. I sat with him for like 3 hours, and we talked about black holes and how they would actually look, and what might happen to you on a ship going into a black hole. And he talked about something that he discussed with Hawking, and Stephen Hawking and he had a disagreement. Kip Thorne said, as we enter the black hole, you might actually see yourself coming out of a hypothetical white hole, the opposite end, so data coming back out. And you might see yourself exiting this white hole before you actually entered the black hole. And he went through how that works, and it looked like it might work to me. Well, and now Hawking and Thorne are two of the greatest minds in astrophysics on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Hawking's no longer with us. Well, Hawking wrote a rebuttal to Kip saying, I don't think that's how that would actually work. And he said, here's why. And Thorne read Hawking's rebuttal, and he wrote he actually looked at that, and Kip wrote a rebuttal to Hawking. Okay? And Hawking read Kip Thorne's rebuttal. And when Hawking revisited Thorne's rebuttal and Thorne revisited Hawking's rebuttal, he said to Stephen Hawking, Stephen, you're right. You're right. We wouldn't be able to actually do this. And then Hawking surprisingly said to Kip Thorne, well, I read yours again too, and guess what? I think you're right. I think it would work this way. So they actually traded positions.
Yeah.
And so what I'm getting at is, even the top minds in astrophysics can't necessarily get it right.
Yeah, they're like they flip flop a little.
They flip flop a little bit. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
This is a dumbbell nebula now. Okay, so I'm going to show this to you, and then we'll call it.
Yeah, me too. But Mark, thank you so much for doing this tonight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's fun. So the dumbbell nebula is about 3 light years across. It's
Just
not,
3.
Yeah, just 3. And when we zoom in on it, you can see that there's a star in the middle. That's the white dwarf I told you about.
Mm-hmm.
Except this is not just a photograph. This is a live view.
Can you make that bigger?
Yeah, I can zoom in more. On the Benson scope, the field of view is about like this. Maybe a little closer. Okay, yeah, the field of view is like that. So there's the white dwarf.
Yep, right in the middle. Uh-huh.
Yep. That's the star that sloughed off its outer layers. A lot of oxygen in it, because oxygen is the third most abundant element in the entire universe. And so hydrogen's first, so you'll see oxygen in a lot of nebulae that are sloughed off by stars. I think that's pretty cool.
That is amazing.
Now, this is 4 shots captured. You can see right here. 4 shots right there. They're all 5.
Stupid question. Why?
Oh, yeah.
Why oxygen? Why is oxygen that is being emitted by this in this stage of a white dwarf? Why oxygen?
Well, in the early universe, there was a lot of hydrogen. Hydrogen made helium. Helium would make other elements like lithium, beryllium, and carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen. Okay, were made in early stars. When stars were massive, they would make carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen. Okay, in various amounts. As it turned out, carbon was the 4th most abundant element made, and oxygen was the 3rd most abundant element made, and nitrogen was the 5th most abundant element made. And fusion runs on hydrogen into helium, and fusion works making hydrogen into helium using carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen in the bigger stars. So there's a process called the CNO cycle in very big stars. And in smaller stars, we have a different process called the proton-proton process. And it makes hydrogen into helium. So as we look at this object, if the star that now sloughed off its outer layers here was made with a lot of oxygen, it already had a lot of oxygen in its outer atmosphere.
Got you.
And that's what got spread out into the universe.
Wow.
That's
again, I don't know if people really comprehend what you're saying as far as how the processes involved, but it's just fascinating how abundant this is. Oxygen, hydrogen, it's and carbon, and it's just everywhere in the universe. It's
it is.
It's like
it's very common,
and that's why I would probably say because of that, life forms are probably carbon-based.
Exactly. And I'm a carbon bigot. I've said that many times.
Because it's there in abundancy. And if I know we call it like the Goldilocks zone, but when you have these exoplanets with everything that's common in the universe, and if everything's right, with the temperature and everything else, there's no reason why. Because this is obviously the model throughout the universe that life definitely probably exists elsewhere. It may not, because gravity has a lot to do with it. Distance between sun, there's so many different variables. But I would think it's probably a good guess that there's other carbon-based life forms out there of some kind.
Yeah, and there's a book that talks about that extensively.
Which is?
The Populated Universe.
Oh, your book. I have it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and subtext to the book is life in the universe may very well be the rule, not the exception.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and there's a reason. Okay, if you look at the periodic table, that ugly thing that everybody looked at in biology and chemistry classes.
Yes.
Okay, it was made the way it is because, and there's some people that really geek out on it. I'm one of them. I could sing the whole periodic table, but I'm not going to do it. I give you a clue. There's hydrogen and helium and lithium, beryllium, carbon atoms everywhere, nitrogen all through the air, and oxygen so you can breathe in, fluorine for your pretty teeth. And that's where I'll stop. Okay. But I can go all the way to element 118 in the periodic table. And so the point is, the structure of the periodic table is exactly the way it is because the columns represent atoms that are closest to each other in their characteristics and properties. So right below carbon, it's number 6 in the periodic table, you have silicon.
Mm.
And that's why people say maybe there's silicon-based life.
I've heard
that. Pick that out of the air.
Mm-hmm.
They pick that because silicon atoms are the most like carbon. The problem is that silicon tends to make very robust bonds with other things. Now, carbon has a special quality. That special quality of carbon is that it creates objects that can be broken and made again. So compounds bond with it, and bonds can be broken very easily. And this is something that's really important because as we speak, for everyone listening to this, tens of thousands of bonds are being made and broken in their bodies as we sit here. So those bonds are fundamental to carrying on life's activities. And that's carbon. Carbon is very good at that. It's actually called the granddaddy of all elements in the periodic table. Now, the one right below it, silicon, is the next most likely element that could foster and harbor and create life processes. But the problem with silicon is it tends to make crystalline structures and bonds that are extremely robust. Sand is an extremely robust silicon creation. It's silicon dioxide. It's a silicon atom with 2 oxygen atoms. So what you can do to everybody listening, you can tell all your friends when you go to the beach that they're walking on mostly gas, because they are. Silicon atom is only 1, and you have an oxygen atom, which is 2.
Right, right.
So
2 parts,
walking on mostly gas on the beach.
Yeah, no.
And it's a silly thing, but it's fun.
But it's almost like H2O.
That's correct.
It's liquid.
That's right. H2O is liquid, but it's a hydrogen atom.
Right.
And it's 2 oxygen atoms.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, two hydrogen atoms.
2 hydrogen, yeah, H2O, yeah.
And an oxygen atom, and that makes water.
That's it.
So.
Oh my gosh.
It's incongruous that 2 gas atoms can make a solid.
Yeah.
Okay. So many people don't think about that.
Yeah.
But that is one of the many secrets the universe shows us. That's cool. Now, also keep in mind that when we talk about oxygen and hydrogen and carbon being so easily bondable means that we have lots of other life forms on our planet that are made of carbon that are also showing easy bonds being made and broken. And every life form on our planet has thus become a carbon-based being over, when life developed.
Mm-hmm.
Silicon is not conducive to life in a habitable zone of a star like our sun. And it's probably not conducive to life anywhere else in the same way that carbon.
That's why I think it's vital, and I hope it happens in my lifetime, which I don't know, that we can get underneath that ice sheet, whether it's Enceladus or Europa, and see what type of organisms or life forms exist, especially near the thermal vents. I hope I live to see when that happens. But Mark, how difficult? And I'll ask you this last question because it's almost 1 a.m. How difficult do you think it's going to be to penetrate that ice?
That's a good question. There's some ideas about how to do it. There are some really interesting theories about what we can do. We can make a drill that can thermally penetrate the ice and deliver a small submarine.
What about maybe some type of a satellite? I may be going science fiction here, but that can focus like some type of pinpointed heat point, like a laser almost.
Sure. No, I got you. Well, you say it's science fiction. Well, is it?
That's what I'm saying. Is it?
It may not be science fiction. Because don't forget, landing on the moon was once science fiction.
Right. Exactly. I'm trying to fix the frame.
Chesley Bonestell actually made some beautiful paintings of the moon long before he went to the moon. It was science fiction to see Chesley Bonestell make a rocket sitting on the surface of the moon.
How deep you think? How deep? How many miles? I mean, how deep you think that is, that ice sheet?
ice sheets, gosh, it's probably anywhere from 30 to 80 miles thick.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a huge idea to get through. But keep in mind that we're seeing geysers coming out. Aren't
That's right. Maybe we can take it.
It's been done for us,
Maybe we can take advantage of one of those openings in the geysers.
and that's the idea. We're gonna actually get a little craft in there that can go through the fissures, and it's going to be able to deliver a small submarine beneath the ice sheet.
Oh my
And we have to
gosh.
get into one of those fissures first.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Yeah.
That would be the smartest thing. It would save so much time and effort to just.
Sure, absolutely would.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm done for tonight with this. So what I'll
Yes.
do is I'm now going to park the telescope, and by parking it, I'm going to be bringing it down to a position. You can see it now right here. It's coming down to a
Yep.
position
Yep.
where we can park it,
And then close the roof.
and then we're going to close the roof. That's right. Okay, so there it is. The telescope is now in its parked location. All right, and what we can do at this point is turn off power.
It's just amazing that you can do this from Connecticut and control this in Arizona. It's just amazing.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to shut the roof. We're shutting the roof from Connecticut. There it goes.
That's just amazing.
I know, it's really crazy.
Look at it.
Here comes the roof.
That's amazing. All right, so folks, there's a high likelihood that he's going to be streaming tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Eastern time. Well, actually, technically tonight. So make sure to tune in on the TubeU and the Kiki one and the Rumbler one if you want to tune in to watch. I'm saying it because we're on TikTok. And make sure to follow him on TikTok, Sky Tour Livestream, all one word. Keep up to date what he's doing. Check out the website, skytourlive.org. This is just a little preview, sample of what he does. So you're getting, to me, think of getting a free course in astronomy with, all the visuals involved and the information. This is a total educational experience. I can't emphasize that enough. And it's fun. It is fun.
It's fun.
If you love astronomy, this is like going to school and learning a course in astronomy for free.
Oh, yeah, for free.
But as I say,
I've actually taught classes with this telescope.
I say for free, but you can also help the cause. Go to the website if you'd like to contribute.
Yeah.
All 100% of it goes right back into what he does for equipment,
Yeah, and we don't.
upgrade, satellite, because he has to pay for Starlink. That doesn't come
Yeah,
free.
Well, we have Starlink at 2 observatories
Exactly.
at $120 each observatory.
And soon maybe a third site.
Yeah, and we'll have that too.
Oh, quick.
Um,
What's going on with the solar observatory there in Connecticut? Any update? What's going on with that?
Yeah, I got the solar telescope, and I have to get the mount. The mount to follow. It's a special mount just for the sun. It's a cheap mount. It's actually $500 or $600 or so. And I would mount the telescope to that, put it under a cover, which I have to then make. And I have the actuators, which I bought with my own money. And it's going to pull the top off the solar observatory and put the top back on. Like today would have been a beautiful solar observation day. Yeah, very cool.
So we'll keep.
I'm assembling equipment, and then we're going to be building that. But we could always use help.
Yes, agreed.
No one gives away astronomy and science, and I think that it's high time they do, and that's why I do what I do.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
And I'll do whatever.
Take a paycheck.
I'll do everything I can to help.
What are you doing right now? This is fantastic.
Anyway, Mark, thank you so much for taking a few hours to be with all of us here.
Yeah, that was wonderful. It was a lot of fun.
And also you're going to be the guest with with the International UFO Bureau
UFO Bureau. Yeah, that's on the 7th.
next weekend.
Yeah, that's the 7th.
Mm-hmm. So I'll be seeing you there, and I'll be talking to you beforehand, of course.
Sure.
And again, thank you, Mark, for everything.
Oh, no, it's been a great time. I'm very, very happy to do this with you.
All right. Have a great night, great morning, and I shall. And maybe if I have time, because I got to do the bureau tomorrow night, I'll stop by tomorrow night.
Okay.
All right, Mark. You have a great night.
Good. All right. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you too. All righty.
All right, guys. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Folks, this is what it's about. I mean, you got an example. If you love astronomy, that's why I wanted to do this, to show you. And it's real. It's in real time. And because he's brilliant, a lot of the software, hardware he uses, he actually made upgrades on stuff that it makes it one of a kind. There are very few people on this planet from a home land-based telescope that has the capabilities that he has. He is stands alone above and beyond what others are doing. That's just a fact. You've seen how beautiful those images are. It speaks for itself. So, that's why I emphasize, if you love astronomy, if you're interested in it, that's an educational course for free. People pay to go to school to take courses in astronomy. You're getting it right here. Well, maybe not right here, but on his platforms. And he's awesome. He's a dear friend. He's come. There's stories here that when he stayed over, this is a true story with Mark. He was speaking at Pine Bush. First of all, he was sitting at my table, my big table in the dining room, and my dog had a thing for him. I seen it happen. I was like, in slow motion, oh my gosh. My dog lifted his leg. And then Mark had a tie that he was going to wear during a presentation on the doorknob in the bedroom that he was staying in. And he's right here now. It's almost like meant to be. Oh, now he's coming up. He wants to go outside. And he did a number on his tie. So we're all in Pine Bush, and Mark goes, what's that smell? He got it. This one got it. This one right here. He got his tie. This one right here. I know what you want. You want to go out there, right? That's what you want. Of course he does. But he got his tie. True story. I'm gonna. Before we go to sleep, I'm taking you outside. I'm going to do it. And he looks at me like, seriously? Yes. Ken, check out his channel. I'm on TikTok, so I have to say the TubeU. Just search Sky Tour Livestream. On the Rumbler channel, same thing. Sky Tour Livestream. On Kick, same thing. Or just go to his website, skytourlive.org. It has the portal, it has the channel links, everything is there. It's as easy as that. Just go to the website. Everything's there. The images that he was just showing are there now. It's automatically connected. He explained that. It goes right to his website. It's amazing. And not for nothing, he does great presentations at events. What he does here at Pine Bush, Contact in the Desert. Right now, he's been on so many TV programs, documentaries. He's doing The Proof Is Out There now. He's a big part of that on the History Channel. Marc is friends with Avi Loeb. Marc's known internationally. I mean, this guy is the real deal. So, like I said, that's why KJ, you got a question. What's your question? And I hope everybody, and you know what? It's also an appreciation for what he does for everybody else. He's trying to put this out to the public for those who want to learn. He's not getting paid for this. He's doing it because he loves it. It's his passion. He knew he wanted to be an astronomer since he was a little child. You have to hear the stories, how he actually did his bedroom like an exact model of the universe in his room. And he was like 10, I don't know what the age was, 7, 8, 10 years old. This guy's been involved with this since he was a little child. He knew he wanted to be an astronomer like since he was small. Tycho, I know. Within the past year, I've been getting into making music. If you're down, I could try to make a few of your songs so the voice isn't... I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind you experimenting with my music. As long as there's no video associated with any crazy stuff, I'm good. Like last night, I was like, what? We'll have a talk. But I may need your help, KJ, to help Marc with TikTok. I really want to get Marc on TikTok. I need that TikTok audience. I really would love him to tap into the TikTok audience and get this guy, what he does, the astronomy, out to the TikTok audience. Definitely. Experiment with it. Do what you want. Listen, it's good to expand than stay narrow. It's good musically. I know we're going off on a different tangent. It's good to expand and experiment with different types of music. I do it all the time when I write. I just don't write one type of genre. I'm writing like all over the place. I am. He's like right here. He's not going to leave me alone until I take him out. He's just not going to leave me alone until I take him out. He's going to keep... And he's like trying to talk to me like... Look. And if I look away from him, then he wants attention. You notice? He gets like aggressive. Right? Because you're the baby. You are the baby. See, he doesn't want me to pet him. He doesn't want this. He gets mad. He wants me to take him outside. He's like, I don't want to be petted. I want to go outside. The heck with that. Right? You want to go out? Let's go. Now I got to take him. I got to take him outside. I got to take him outside right now. So, like I said, I hope you all enjoyed tonight. He's got to go. Yeah, he's got to go out. And I'm going to get off because I want this stream to be a standalone for Marc. So I'm going to end the stream on all the platforms because it is after 1 and I've been streaming since 9? But KJ will definitely talk about that. But you have my permission to access all the music if you want to. You have my permission to experiment with it. I'd be curious to see what you come up with. How's that? It's almost like a lot of my music, I wish I can get musicians to actually do it, like for real, and get rid of the AI part of it and make it like a real band and see what it comes out to sound like. That's the next step. For real. But I don't have time in my life to do things like that. Anyway, I am going to take him outside. Are you kidding me? I can't do that to him. He's got to go out now. I mean, I'm tired. I piled wood today. That was early. It feels like that was yesterday, which it was. Yeah, right, Bob? You're a musician. Could you imagine all of us jamming? Oh my gosh. That'd be pretty cool. You bring your Les Paul? I have a Les Paul. You've seen all my guitars. One day I'm going to take all my guitars out. Yeah, you know what? Like I said, because I'm tired. KJ, I may text you when I'm done with the dog. I may text you on TikTok. Yeah, you need your ready. because he's not going to stop. He's here again. I got to take him out. So I hope you all enjoyed that. Have a great night, great rest of your weekend. I'll be back sometime during the day tomorrow. I may go bike riding tomorrow, most likely, I hope. Love to everyone. Be well, be blessed, be safe. And I'll see all of you tomorrow. Yes, I piled wood this morning. And my only real witness was KJ. He actually said, oh, you weren't kidding. You really were getting the wood. And it was a big pile. And then I had to stack them all. Have a great night to Bob, everybody on the other chats, Astro, his wife, Fringe, James, Grandizer, Ken, make sure you check it out. Nick, I don't know if you're still there. Anybody that's there, anybody on TikTok. KJ, I'll be messaging you in a few. Don't go to sleep yet. All right, I'm going to end on TikTok first. So good night to those on TikTok. Have a great night. All right, TikTok is done. 2.6 thousand likes. That's nice. On TikTok. So people will appreciating it there. That's cool. I'm glad. I want to help Marc as much as I can. And now we're going to say good night to those on YouTube. I can say it now. On YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble, Facebook. So all of you have a wonderful morning, night, whatever it is. And I'll see everybody